It's me again. So this is another starts tournament match. This is going to be versus Deme and DamagedPlushie, two amazing runners. I'm joined by Chai. He is currently counting them down. And yeah, this is another wonderful match. So welcome back. I am not good at introductions anymore. I used to be. But anyway, let me get chat up so I can see people being happy. But we're going to wait for a countdown here. I assume the countdown will be done when Chai joins the call. But otherwise, I'll just start explaining what Azure Dreams is for anyone who's new. Azure Dreams is a roguelike PS1 tower crawler, I guess, dungeon crawler. It has 40 floors on it. On your first entry, floors 2 to 39 will be procedurally generated. After your N+1 entry, essentially. The first floor will have 3 variations, and the second floor will always be the same. Always find Gauche, who, well, at this point, will either give you a medicinal herb and a wind crystal, or just a medicinal herb if you beat him. So it's kind of interesting to see, because just as the start tournament, starting Tamers and rival tutors. This time I got it right, so that people can stop making fun of me. And re-entries are allowed in this tournament format, just because unlike the normal Rock Me to the Top style, where if you die in floor 3, that's your attempt. This is the start tournament, which is, obviously it says starting Tamers. This is basically a newbie tournament for a lot of people who are brand new to the game. And the tournament itself is... Wait, Speed Gaming 3. I thought it was on Speed Gaming 5. That's why I can't see chat. I am a silly. Or Speed Gaming 5? There is Speed Gaming 5. Okay, I got the wrong window up. That's my bad. Anyway, beside the point. This is why I don't do tech stuff, and I left all the tech stuff to... yeah, thank you. Sorry, Restream 3 bothered me for a second, caught me off guard. But yeah, so this is, for the start tournament, this is a newbie format, so we do allow re-entries, which honestly is a little bit more punishing than just playing the game normally. Just because if you were to die, you can't reset the seed and get your starting 5 items back, which we'll go over when we get to the tower. You really struggle to get that momentum building, but at the same time, you could potentially find some really, really good items on the early floors. So it goes back and forth. And this is also, since this is a procedurally generated game, people might think, oh no, they're playing in different towers. They're not. We have a de-randomizing randomizer. I'm sorry, I'm the one that came up with that term. But basically, it allows us to fix the tower seed for like the first 48 climbs. So if anyone is ever interested in playing a seed that they see on this, you can join our Discord, and then we'd be able to find the seed and be able to play it. I do love the intro music. And yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Just waiting for both players to be in front of the Co's house. Since this game was so randomized, and without the help of the de-randomizing randomizer, our starting time actually is normally outside this house, so you can save the game, skip the cutscene at the start, skip the naming screen, and just go for it. DamagedPlushie still needs to sync her screen display. Hey, Jai.
Hello.
Good. Plushie needs to sync her screen.
What do you mean?
Her screen display.
Oh yeah.
But
I hope that she does that. I'll ping her.
Yeah. But otherwise, yes, Chai's here now, so he can deal with all the tech stuff, as he said. And yeah, we're just waiting for them to go off. I assume you already counted them off as well at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh well, that is fine.
I'm trying to figure out how can I watch the game somehow. I'm trying to watch the stream.
Oh,
but
there's a pop-out feature on the bottom right next to the full screen.
I know that, but somehow my Discord is being stupid with me right now. Okay, I'm gonna do it a little bit differently then. That's not a problem as
It's
well.
okay. You're handling all the tech stuff. It's okay.
Yeah, tech guy doesn't know how to do tech.
Anyway, it's going to be a fun set of matches nonetheless, and we have the timers going on both of them, which is good to see.
Oh yeah. And what do we have? Oh, we have a CUNY starter. That's a surprise.
Yes, that's right, because we're not evil this tournament.
Not at all.
No. Although I did make the seeds, so there's probably a high amount of traps, but of course we'll just blame Sandlight like normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For everything. Because,
yes.
come on, we
love Sandlight. We really do.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, for those who don't know, Chai actually made the state display so we can actually see the inventory of the players. Oh, it looks like it's gets synced there now, finally. It's like Plushie was waiting for the entry of the tower.
Yeah, she has a minute, she's a real speedrunner. Like, cannot waste a second to, attach state display, only when the loading is happening, when I've got nothing to do.
Honestly, I am basically the same way. I literally just finished doing a speedrun of Custom Robo, and I only drink tea during the loading screens, because otherwise it's a waste of time.
And this game doesn't give you many loading screens, right?
No,
this game doesn't give you a breather at all. You all the time have to think or do something.
Yeah, I can only have a cup of tea and a thermos when I stream Custom Robo, but when it comes to Azure Dreams, I only have to have just a thermos, because otherwise the tea will get cold waiting for a loading screen.
Yeah. So, Shoni, what did you tell about our runners already to the audience?
Nothing about the runners themselves, just filling in game rules. I guess we can see the items there now. We'll just go over those in a second. But I haven't actually talked about the runners themselves yet, so you can do that.
Oh yeah, because there is a certain hype here. It's a second round of the tournament, the last match of the second round. And we have only 2 people who are undefeated, and that's exactly Plushie and Deme. So very, very big hype for the match, because this might very well also decide the winner of the group phase.
That's actually true, yeah. Because there's how many players in the tournament for the start?
6.
6. So yeah, that would definitely push them into a commanding lead for the points. What's with this whole turning camera thing they're doing? What the heck is that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like what every other player does, right? But yeah, for those who don't know, Shoni actually doesn't really like to turn the camera. He can probably explain the reasoning better than I do. Everybody else does turn the camera, so you can decide what should be done.
Yeah, even my wife, who has speedrun the game as well and is part of the community and will commentate quite a bit every now and then, she does tell me off when she sees me speedrunning and I'm not turning the camera, because I'll walk into every monster. My playstyle is I kill everything. I don't really avoid stuff very well, so I just assume, let's get rid of everything and go.
Hey, as long as it works, right? You can even use, I don't know, wind element equipment.
Ooh, that's really good on Plushie's side. She got hit by a blinder trap, and she knew exactly how many steps the noise was away, and she actually waited and then attacked it without attacking her. So that's a really really good thing to do, is because this game, the traps actually hurt the player of the game, not the avatar. I've never seen another game where the blinder trap in a game normally just lowers your accuracy. This one turns the entire screen black, and you could potentially hit your own familiar. So this game is kind of evil that way, but I kind of love it for that reason too. Just because, let's face it, blind really isn't a problem in a lot of games. If you get a bunch of status affections or whatever, it's like they'll eventually go away. This game, pretty much all the traps are bad. Like even the bump trap has its own situational problem.
Even go up trap can be trouble sometimes when you don't want to go up. When there's that egg there in front of you and you want to pick it up, and then boom, go up trap.
Yeah.
But yeah, one thing about the blind trap, maybe these floors that both of our runners are on right now are not very scary. They're probably gonna be exploring all of the floors to find as many items as is needed. But the fact that Plushie already knew, okay, I got blinded, I've got this in my head that I need to remember the the layout of the map every single time because I can step on a blind trap at any moment, right? So she does remember already that. So even though right now she wasn't in a real danger, this shows that like if this happened on the higher floor where she could be in the danger, there is a higher chance for being able to handle it. But we see something very, very amazing on the screen right now, Shoni, right? Your favorite wand.
Yeah. So the Cursed Scarlet, both players immediately equip, and there's reasons for that. There is I'll always call them factors. I can never actually figure out what's actually the most useful thing. But everyone has a curse status now, which is problematic, but that doesn't go unless you get a Carol Herb or leave a tower, but tower reentries are allowed, so there's a potential for that. But the Scarlet Wand not only gives you a stronger attack with Mixture Magic, which is what they're using, it also, on top of that, has the same type as Queenie, which also gives you another factor. So you can see doing 19 damage against the troll. Honestly, gambling if it has a curse or not versus having a Scarlet Wand, I think most players in the community would just equip the Scarlet Wand just willy-nilly.
Oh yeah, immediately. The curse part is not important when you increase your damage so much. Yes, your hit chance because of the curse status, that's the actual quote-unquote blind status, because when you're cursed, your hit chance will be decreased. But the fact that you are getting so much damage increase overpowers the hit chance decrease so much that you don't even think about it. But there is yet another item that Plushie and both actually Deme also found and immediately equipped, called Leather Shield. Leather Shield doesn't really provide that much defense because it's the weakest defense out of all the shields. It just gives you one additional defense. So you would think that this shield would be useless, but actually defense in this game is sort of useless. Not very much early floors. In early floors, it's good to have a little bit higher defense, but it loses its potency so quickly that the additional bonus of Leather Shield that is higher dodge chance makes it so much better. Pretty much the best shield in the game. You can argue that there are a few others with additional benefits that could be maybe better in some situations, but probably in like objectively, Leather Shield is the best in generic case.
Yes, and the only other one that I probably could compete, because if you have a Diamond Shield and a +6 Leather Shield, the only difference is the evasion.
Yes.
So casually, you do want a Leather Shield. It doesn't rust as well. But if you have a Mirror Shield, that is still, I still think is far. It says save more runs for me than the Leather Shield has, just based off playstyle. I don't tend to try to get hit. I tend to kill things before they can hit me. But if you're trying to dodge around or hope for that one last evasion, you can't go wrong with the Leather Shield. It's definitely in your favor compared to other shields. And also, both players have a Totem of Fruit. That, to me, is the most broken item in the game. Because that has a glitch associated with it, where basically it makes your tile... Oh.
Yeah, Deme is right now in a very hard situation. She hit one of the worst traps, paralysis traps, and even though she's not dying to it, her familiar did. And can she survive that? I'm quite sure that if Deme actually survives that, yes, she did, probably it will be very quick wind out situation. Yeah, there you go. Like Shoni earlier mentioned, this tournament rules allow re-entry. So runners, if they decide that like, okay, I'm not in a good position for this climb, I want to regroup, I want to start again, that's exactly what they can do. But right now, that makes it Plushie a little bit in the lead. I was actually quite surprised by the fact that Deme was in the lead. Oh, here you go, Plushie hits the same trap, and she also hits the same monster. So let's see what's going to happen on Plushie's side. And she doesn't have a wind crystal.
See, now that might be the decider here, because although, again, Plushie very used to doing familiarless runs.
Yeah, there you go. Cuny's dead.
Yep. And this is what I was talking about. When I made the seeds. Apparently, my seeds are very trap heavy.
Yeah, but they both actually hit quite many traps. Let's see what will Plushie do, because like you mentioned, Plushie sort of likes to climb without the familiar, or at least without CUNY. She thinks it's trash, like you, Shoni. But it is sort of easier, definitely not faster, but sort of easier to climb with CUNY. So let's see what Plushie decides. One thing that I want to also mention here, you can see that Deme is doing some inventory management because she can enter the tower only with maximum 5 items. You cannot like stack up and re-enter the tower. You can have only 5 items. But one thing, look at that Scarlet one that she was having. It was cursed when she was in the tower. The curse status from the item is not lifted when you leave the tower. So yes, the Ko itself doesn't have a curse status. But now that Deme will go back to the tower, the one still has a curse status. If she equips it, and probably she will, then the curse will be there again.
No.
Oh yeah, Plushie is there.
Okay, there's another oh no.
Unfortunately, Plushie goes down.
So here's the thing. When it comes to the traps, you can jump on the elevator as a frog. You can't use the elevator from beneath you as a frog. So DamagedPlushie there decided to jump off of it. Blame Sand Knight, don't worry, for the traps. But you have this. You do not want to enter a brand new floor wall frog because you're defenseless. You're going to get absolutely wrecked. Honestly, the difference in this entire first match is that Wind Crystal, because you can now see Lady Deme's side. Like, worst comes to worst, if you go up there, you try to run out, even you Wind Crystal as well. Plushie was able to Egg Bomb. It hit the flame, not the Minerva, which is the preferable one. And then, unfortunately, just all the traps are just right in front of the elevators, right inside rooms, and Plushie forgot Queenie.
Yeah. So
see, that's also another thing which is not really muscle memory for a lot of runners, because they're not used to doing re-entries. But we'll see if Plushie will just straight up
And I don't know whether it was probably the main decision. She didn't want to take CUNY. No, she wants to die. Probably she just forgot the CUNY. So that's the difference. You see, Deme lost her CUNY on floor 5. So did Plushie. Plushie decided that she will continue her climb, and she didn't really have much of a choice because she didn't pick up the Wind Crystal that Deme did. And now Deme has all the good equipment that she found in her previous attempt. So basically, she starts from a very, very good position. Plushie, on the other hand, needs to start fresh. The only thing that she retains is the level on CUNY.
Yeah. Also, this is a fixed tower scene. Lady Deme is on the second tower entry, more or less collecting items and just exploring floor 1. Now we have Queenie on Plushie's side. Plushie's now going to be on the third tower climb. So they're both going to be completely different now in sync if Lady Deme leaves a tower, then goes back in and then catches up. So this will be 2 drastically different towers now. Also, the amount of times people have accidentally re-entered the house. Oh, getting the pita fruit. That's smart. You have to talk to him twice because you have to learn about the windmill. That's very important.
Yeah. We can see now on Deme's side something that we usually don't see in these runs. There you go, Gosh. The most important character of this whole game, especially when you see Gosh in briefs in this like a pool. Oh, and that's a nice one because whenever you fight Gosh, you are guaranteed to get the medicinal herb if you win. But sometimes you also get a Wind Crystal, so that's a nice find in this kind of setting. Like we saw in the first attempt, it can come in clutch. Useful item at least early on.
And the thing is, though, like the difference of a Wind Crystal mattering is all based on preference, because some runners will gamble with what they can do with what the supplies they have. But again, you can see the inventory difference is if Lady Deme were to find a decurse scroll and a cure-all herb, she could get rid of the curse status and the curse on the Scarlet.
She already got rid of the curse status. You can see that the Scarlet Wolf is not cursed anymore. But Ko is still cursed. We can see that Ko is grumpy.
Yes, and that status doesn't go away until cure-all herb.
Yes.
But you can also see Oh,
that
there's
I
a miss
wanted to
there.
mention because you said that like runners can like have a wager, like should I stay in the tower or should I continue my climb? We don't have to look very far because DamagedPlushie here, again, she doesn't like CUNY at all. It dies many times for her, and in her first match, she did lose CUNY, and she still was able to climb to floor 40.
Yes, that's true. And it's all a matter of preference and place. Like again, I pointed out yesterday when I was doing commentary with Chimera, there's no two runners who play alike in this game. There's fast strats. Basically, if you avoid all the monsters and find the elevator, you win. Congratulations, that's the game. Getting to the elevator and avoiding all the monsters is where the difficulty lies in.
Oh yeah, and there are so many different ways in which you can do it. Like you said, Shoni, you would probably fight everything, and of course that's a very valid strategy. But then you've got Wuga who will try to, I don't know, avoid everything, find Garuda, and zoom to the tops, right? So
We have a second Scarlet Wand, which is not cursed.
oh, not cursed. So that's really nice for Plushie. So she's back, at least in terms of damage, she's back to where she was.
Mhm.
That's a very nice find.
With the Peter Fruit, no plump egg for an egg bomb, and Queenie is on AI 5. Again, if you ever wonder why I named Queenie Trash, that is why Queenie on numerous amount of my runs has decided to wander off and die, and because of that, with me always having to fight things, that's problematic. So,
if we compare the inventory of our runners, they both have Scarlet Wand, so that's amazing. But Lady Deme actually didn't find many amazing items. She just has like that additional medicinal herb. White sand is sort of good, but the fireball is the big one. This is the fireball that you are given on the tutorial floor. So Deme still has it from her first climb. Plushie doesn't have that one, and that item is one of the items that can definitely save your skin more often than not. So Plushie will be really hoping to find some good spell ball.
well, seeing in chat, like no Ghost fight is interesting. Ghost takes a while, and if you don't want the medicinal herb and you don't want to bank on trying to get the wind crystal from there, it's technically okay.
Another trap. I think CUNY can survive it. Level 6 CUNY, yeah, on floor 5. Even probably against Manoiva, it would be good. But she's not far away from it. She just needs to get rid of that flame. Will it be fireball? Yeah, there you go. And the next room is already CUNY, so we should be good here, no problem.
Yeah, and this is why you have Queenie follow you to the point where she even grabbed the herb there. If Queenie hits the warp trap, you don't know where he goes. If you hit the warp trap, you can look at the mini map and see where the pink dot was.
Exactly.
And that makes a big difference because if a lot of beginner players will play with the default settings, but Queenie is directly to the back right of you, I believe, or back left, one of the two. Because of that, he will hit every trap that you miss. And it's really annoying when all of a sudden he sets off a bomb trap and destroys some equipment, or he gets hit by a warp trap or whatever, or he gets paralyzed and you're in the middle of a combat. It's not ideal. So have Queenie behind you. If you get hit by a trap, it sucks, but you can most time recover. If unless it's a killer and you hit a sleep trap, that's just not going to go well for you.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, you're going to have this little what's it called? You're going to have a better chance of recovering Queenie, and thankfully the warp trap is RNG, and Lady Deme just went to the next room. If you go all the way across the map, set him to AI 2 and let him wander, because he won't pick a fight unless he's trapped. Or sorry, he won't get hit unless he's trapped by some monsters, and hopefully you can find him or find the elevator. That's the strat for dealing with that.
Plushie in the meantime finds a Tamna fruit. That's a really nice find. That's also something that Deme has. Like you said, it's one of the most broken items in the game. It's very versatile. You can use it in so many situations. But one thing I wanted to add also is about the scoring that we use for this game.
Yes, I never explained that one actually.
Yeah, this is like best of 3 style of match. Each round lasts for 1 hour, and the score for the given runner is the highest floor that they reach. The highest floor, of course, is 40. The tower has 40 floors. If you reach floor 40 before your opponent, you win because they cannot get further than that. And should both of the runners end up with the same score, meaning the highest floor, the winner of the round is that one who got to that floor first.
Yes.
So in the state display, we actually see right now 2 numbers indicating the floor. For example, on Plushie's side, we've got 4F and 5F. This first number says what floor they are on right now. So Plushie is right now on floor 4. And that second number is what is the highest floor that they ever reached. So for Plushie, she just reached floor 5. She previously also reached floor 5. So now she got to the same floor as she was before. For Deme, it's floor 6. She's on floor 6. And that's also the highest. So this way we can track, even between multiple entries, who will be the winner of the match.
Yeah, which is a big difference from when we used to do it, and I'd have a pen and paper, and we'd have to confirm with chat when someone died. So it's like, oh, is it most times like, oh yeah, it's floor 26. Like, cool. I stopped paying attention at floor 23, so thank you. Or what was the monster there? Monsters appear on this floor. Okay, and then you had runners like both the runners here have entered previous tournaments before. Even before state display was a thing, Plushie would run without the HUD.
Yeah.
So it was impossible to track where DamagedPlushie was if we did not see the elevator go up. And we have
nice joke from Plushie.
Mm-hmm.
She was. It looked like she was a little bit hesitating. Was that Manoiva aggroed or not? But yeah, Manoivas are blind. They only see one tile in front of them. As long as you, on your move away from them, and they're not aggroed, they will not follow you.
Another paralysis trap. I'm sure that feels good.
At some point, Plushie was being trained by Septic Tank, who is very well known for his affinity towards paralysis traps. We even have a term for it, Septic Special. So I don't know, maybe she got a little bit of his quote-unquote luck. I do love in this community. We have no problem throwing shade everywhere. Yeah, like Shoni here. If you want to trigger Shoni, just say bark to him.
Not so much trigger, but yeah, I think it's just marathon.
Yeah, like quote unquote trigger. Like, of course, it's like with a smile on your face. Nobody is trying to be mean to each other. It's just part of being the community.
Yeah, it was one of those things where everyone has a dumb death story in this game, one way or another.
Is it time for you, Shoni, to talk about a world record in curling?
No, they can find that in the meme channel on their Discord if you want to join that one. I was going to talk about how Adarsis, the first ever runner of this game, he had a run that was going to break his, I think it's like 42-minute time or whatever, that's on the leaderboard right now. And just like we saw with both runners right now, with paralysis traps and outcomes, he was on floor 37. No, floor 39. He saw where the elevator was. He hit a paralysis trap, and then the dragon breathed him and murdered him. And he has a clip of that, and it's the saddest face going, but you have to admit, everyone's been there. Oh, where's... Oh, I see.
He's having absolutely horrible luck. Yet another warp trap. And on the floor, where it's not very safe to hit that warp trap. Luckily, it wasn't that far away. She's able to get CUNY back, but now she needs to deal with the situation. She is followed by Manoiva and U-Boat, and you need to do something about it. What will you do, Plushie? Fight them? Yeah, fight them head on. Luckily, Scarlet won't make it so that this Manoiva will die in 2 hits. Yeah, she needs to take a hit from a U-Boat, but U-Boat, if I calculate correctly, should also die from 2 hits. As long as she doesn't miss. Oh, Plushie, what you gonna do now?
I would pick up Queenie, and I would use the warp trap myself.
I somehow feel that Plushie will... Oh, she doesn't have a medicinal herb. Ooh, Tamna fruit.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
Bush fight.
Yeah, Tamna fruit. That probably is the right situation here. That water crystal that Plushie has in her inventory, the description of that item is very, very misleading. Because if you read it, you would think that it will recover fully your HP and MP. But it only does it to your familiar, so...
Yeah, there we go. Just...
Plushie, what are you doing?
No, she's waiting to get some HP back, and if it transforms back, she's not going to teleport with extremely low HP, at least, in that regard. Yeah. She's going to get some back.
I'm wondering why she didn't fight that U-Boat.
I don't know. Like she could have done the mixture magic and definitely taken it out.
Oh, Plushie!
Whoa.
That's so lucky of you, Plushie. Please don't. You've got good inventory. In the meantime, Lady Deme reaches floor 10.
Mhm.
That's a floor where she can probably take a little bit of a breather, especially with a Scarlet Wand. Almost all the monsters on this floor are fire. They're not that much scary. Deme should be able to like deal with all of them. Compared to the previous floor where there are plenty of water monsters, definitely it's a floor where she can catch some free time.
Yeah, we see here AI 1 just to get rid of the bloom, which
Yeah,
is the
beautiful
right choice.
plastic.
Oh, no, you be careful. You put. And we saw bloom coming in the room already, and I think Plushie will wait to see which way it turns, and it turned away, so that's good.
No! No! After all of the beautiful work with AI1 to get rid of that bloom, hitting another trap. What is happening, Shoni?
After the warp trap,
What did you do to them?
After the warp trap teleported her to that room.
Oh no!
And actually, she was in one space away from the bomb as well. Oh my goodness!
And
so hopefully she finds a third
Scarlet Wand. Oh yeah, definitely. We are 26 minutes into the game. Lady Deme is on floor 10. It's not the game yet. There is very much lots of time to like even finish the whole tower. So yeah, we are still in the game. It's just that it's gonna be a little bit harder for Plushie. But Plushie like does like to go without CUNY, and that kind of climb is usually a little bit faster. So let's see what's gonna happen. The world record in this game is like 24 minutes.
Yeah, with Garuda, and 24 something change without. It's both insane with Wuga.
So there is plenty of time to finish the tower.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so unfortunate for Plushie. Like I was really pleased that like she didn't ditch the CUNY. She usually does. She survived that situation and the trap. There is nothing that you can do about it. That's the most RNG part about this game. You can know everything about this game. You can have like all the items that you want in the world that will take you out of every situation. But you will hit one very unlucky trap and that's it for you. Because you cannot do anything about traps.
Yeah. And that's actually what it comes down to. Is this is a knowledge-based speedrun. You can go fast, but it is turn-based. If you need to put the controller down, look at everything, look at your inventory, you can. That's what state display is really nice, is they don't need to open up their inventory if they don't want to. They can see what's there. It's not just for commentary. But, like, the more you know about this game, the better you'll do. And, like, that goes with any game, but, like, this one in particular, what will only really get you in the end will be traps, by, like, if you understand everything about this game. Because you should be able to always get out of every situation based off, proper inventory aside. You should be fine. Also, it's so weird seeing floor 1 turned. I don't like that.
But yeah, I fully agree with you, Shoni. In my first tournament in Azure Dreams, when I was learning how to play this game, we had something called a damage calculator. So basically, if you put in all the stats of you and your familiar and your equipment, you will get, as a result of the damage calculator, information what will be the damage dealt to you by the monster and what damage you will deal to the monster. And of course, like with knowing how many HP they've got, you can know whether you will survive given fight or whether you have no hope. And with this kind of resource, I was able to beat the game pretty easily. And again, it takes time. So like Shoni said, it's a knowledge-based game. If you know all of this stuff, you're going to be much faster. If you don't know this stuff, you can learn it while having this stuff on the side. And then at some point, simply ditch it once you learn enough.
Yeah, and the other thing as well is, I will always stand by it. If you can beat this game at all, that's an achievement. If you can beat it in one sitting, that's amazing. If you can beat it in 6 sittings, or 6 entries but one sitting, that's equally as amazing. Don't think a speedrun of this game has to be a 1 tower clear. My first ever run was 3 entries and it was just under 3 hours. My first ever 1 tower clear was 1.5 hours. That is I would probably use a fireball, or yeah, there you go.
Yeah, like her CUNY is so powerful that she doesn't have to worry about anything. The only unfortunate thing for Plushie is right now that she needs to catch up because she's right now on floor 3, while Deme is already on floor 13. Floor 13 is a scary one. Starting from floor 12, we had these monsters, Krakens. Nobody wants to fight them. When you see them, you run away.
Yeah.
Tamna?
Pumpa egg, I would say. I would willingly keep the.
You're right, actually. Yeah. I would do also Pulampa.
But the thing is, I actually take that back. Queenie on Lady Deme side has 12 MP left.
Oh yeah, I get you. And there is no.
And then there's the give. There you go.
There you go.
There is 40 floors. The 40th floor is the top, and it has this kind of a cutscene battle. Floors 2 to 39 are procedurally generated on the first entry, which either player is on right now, and floor 2 is always the same after the first or the second entry onwards, and I think there's 3 variations of floor 1.
4.
4.
Yeah.
No. I meant for the second entries.
Yeah. There is 4 types of floor 1.
You got the hedge. You got the pillar. You got the.
I'm absolutely positive. I remember from programmer's page where you can modify the layout of the floors. He also has a map of all the possible floor 1, and there was A, B, C, D. So I'm whatever programmer says, I believe in blindly.
That's fair. The other thing, which is very, very amusing, Queenie did not want to move there. That was a very bad position for Queenie to go to, because that's going to do a lot.
Oh, you. And what do? You don't have a way out, Lady Deme.
No.
You gotta kill that fireball to kill that.
Yeah, you fireball.
Yeah. Okay, another paralysis trap for Plushie, but luckily this time it didn't work.
You have to set the AI one first.
Oh no! Deme goes down on 14. Those 2 trolls and a Kraken were enough. And on top of the fact that she's losing all of the amazing equipment that she had, she also had an amazing egg. That U-boat egg was star glasses up to few times because you still need MP, but it's quite easy to recover enough MP to be able to use that ability.
We do know
another warp trap.
Okay. Sand Knight's here. Blame him. We do now know, actually, on the third entry, on the top left hand of floor 1, there will be a Scarlet Wand.
Yes, and Lady Deme will be able to find it, so that's a good thing for her.
And it's not cursed. So that is something. Obviously, the runners don't know that. We as commentators do. And this is because of the fixed tower seed. If it's playing the game casually, you'll never be able to tell what's coming up.
Okay, it looks like Plushie is ditching CUNY. Of course, CUNY is powerful enough to be able to survive on these floors, but she's like, I don't need this boring blue bat. But yeah, what we can see right now is that Lady Deme is on floor 1, but she is still in the lead. Because as we mentioned earlier, we score bar the highest floor that you ever reach. And for Lady Deme, it's floor 14, while for Plushie, it's floor 7. We've got 26.5 minutes left, so still plenty of time to go higher than 14. So no one should save in this situation. Definitely you need to continue the climb and try to beat the current score.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, we see here, CC it's not the worst, truthfully.
If you have Scarlet Wand, then it's a little bit less of usage. But if you do find a Stream Wand, then yeah, why not?
Mm-hmm. Anything but a Golf Wand, really. It's true. That's not a joke.
Wind is good.
Yeah, but wind doesn't depend on the wand power when it comes to deaths and clowns.
Oh yeah, you mean in terms of wave damage? But that's
the reason to ever have a Golf Wand.
That's the same for the poison spell.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's fire. So, Now, like definitely in case of elements and its elemental triangle, some elements are a little bit better than others, but every element has its usage. The best element is the one that you need at the given moment. If you're fighting a water monster, you want to be wind. If you're fighting fire monster, you want to be water. Of course, you cannot switch, if you have items, you can switch so many times. But in practice, that's not how it works. So you sort of need to stay in a one
Wait,
or two elements.
what happened?
Oh, I didn't notice. Did Lady Deme die again?
Yeah, but on floor 1?
I would have to check what happened. And
I
with
know
very
he's-
strong Puny.
I was watching the Deme, like the Minivas and other stuff like that, and I have no idea.
Sandy says that like she was killed by a troll. Did she like hit a trap or something? Puny was not able to defend her?
Oh, I have no idea. That is like I was legitimately. We have to change the music as well to the other side, but
Well, technically, Deme is still in the lead, right?
Well, yeah, but someone's in the tower, or someone's higher up in the tower will be watching their side too. So
yeah. In the meantime, Plushie actually reached floor 8, so now that's her like best score. She still needs to get 7 more floors to get in the lead in this round. Oh, there you go. Beautiful trap. The monster killed itself.
Yep.
That's what we want to see.
Oh,
So
that platform.
in this run, I don't remember whether Plushie found any good wands. Because you definitely do want to find a wand.
I think this one particular race has to be the most tower entries so far.
Oh yeah. But like Troy says, that's nothing. That says nothing about our runners. It's just that Shoni is mean and he likes to generate seeds with lots of traps.
Which again, we blame Sandknife for. It doesn't matter.
Well, there is no one else to blame here, right? It all is logical. You generated the seeds. We blame Sandknight. Like, duh. He could have generated the seeds. Then it would be fully on him. But because he didn't, it's his fault that he didn't.
I'm trying to find the pin message here. Give me a sec. There is a message somewhere in the Discord I pinned from you, Chai, saying we cannot blame Shawnee. I'm trying to find that right now, so give me a sec.
Did I say so?
Yes, I pinned it somewhere. I can't remember where though.
I don't know. Did you pay me for it or?
No, not that one.
Yeah, right now Lady Deme continues her climb. She doesn't have any weapon. That's bad. But her Cuny is quite powerful, level 10. She should be good at least until like floor 7, 8. That's when she will need to have some good weapon. But hopefully she will find some. Quite sure she will fight Gosh now to get medicinal and preferably also a wind crystal, although it's a little bit too late for the wind crystal. You shouldn't probably need it. And Plushie is on floor 10. She finally got out of the realm of water monsters. Now she should be a little bit easier, especially having that blizzard sword. Elemental swords are definitely not as powerful as wands, but they have its usage. And there it is, floor 10 egg. Unfortunately, it cannot be anything super amazing like a Garuda, but I presume it's the same egg that Lady Deme has found, so it should be a U-boat egg. That's quite a nice speed up if Plushie decides to get the egg and hatch it. Okay, yeah, that's a very nice strategy from Plushie. Water Ball is something that we don't use very much, and probably that's bad because we should be using it much more often. Water Ball gives you a protection of water. What does that mean is that basically anything that is fire that will attack it, will deal 1 or 2 damage. So her Cuny against the fire monster, which Volcano that she was fighting a moment ago was pretty much invincible. It was so safe for her. So yeah, really nice usage of that water ball. If you have it, why not use it?
And I muted my microphone apparently. I pinged you in the Discord. I found the message. And also the water ball legitimately, that was something that came up out of nowhere during a tournament match, and I think it was Baldwin used it on Queenie, then threw Queenie against like 2 killers, and Queenie killed them both. And we're like, oh, it's like that's really good. And then it got murdered by a golem. So we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So one thing, because I was messing around with some of the AD muffs recently, I only thought that like when you use this water ball, the only thing that happens is that you just basically reduce the damage by some like percent or something. But there is one more thing that I was not aware of, maybe others were. But actually when you use water ball on Cuny, it makes it so that it loses the disadvantage of the element. So Cuny is fire. If you use water ball and suddenly water monster would attack you, you are not at elemental disadvantage anymore. So that's also a very nice thing.
That's actually something I did not know. That's actually really cool. Also, it's a Darcis. I was corrected in chat by Sand Knight. In my defense, Baldwin was the one who used to always show things off in tournament settings and drive everyone up the wall. He's the one for a lot of the weird mechanics and stuff that came from the early tournaments. Randomizing stuff. Ooh, a familiar bell. And another prison trap.
Paralysis trap. There you go. We will see that U-boat hatched. I think it is a U-boat. It should be the same egg. Oh, actually, it's different. It's volcano. It's trash. It's even worse than Cuny. I'm
At
sorry.
least you can pick it up and release it above your head for basically the makeshift tunnel glitch if need be.
Oh yeah. There are like few glitches here and there that you can do. And there is also that blue color. If you have it, why not pick it up? Who knows? Maybe you'll need to fuse something.
So what's the sea blue egg there then? Because there's 2 eggs in Plushie's inventory.
I don't know.
Are we going to see a fusion for no reason?
Oh, no.
Nope.
We will be using 2 familiars now. Okay.
Alright.
I guess like Volcano will be used as a cannon fodder or something like this.
It drains your MP really quickly to have them both out though. Sorry. One thing you have to be very
AI
careful
5,
of. Yeah. The blue color automatically starts at AI 5. If you're unaware of that, your monster will go and yeet himself towards whatever he wants to fight. And I hate that. I hate that so much. A balloon is too heavy.
Did you see that, Johnny? Another paralysis trap. Another one. But one very important thing. Plushie just reached the highest floor that Deme did. She's still not ahead, but if she gets to the next floor, she will be.
Yep.
So still, and there it is. That's the elevator, and we've got 17 minutes into the game, and that's when Plushie will be taking the lead. Okay, we see the fusion.
One day. There we go.
Okay, there you go. Plushie is officially ahead. Let me change audio to Plushie's side so that we can hear that sweet floor 15 music. A little bit less pleasing and calming as those first floors. The higher we go, the scarier it's gonna get. Which was always like weird to me that like once you get to floor 35, I think, that's when Tower is providing my favorite music, but it's not really scary anymore. It's actually more like tranquilizing, very pleasing. It's more like, come on, one more step, you're almost there.
Yeah, and my favorite music actually is like floor 30-ish.
The one with Killer?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That one is definitely not pleasing. That one is telling you, get out of there quick.
Yeah, I've always, like, once you hit floor 30, it just hits different. It feels scary. The music does a good job of that, but once you get to, like, floor 35, it becomes less scary. So I was like, oh, okay.
Did you see Shoni on the spin what was on Plushie's side? It was her favorite monster. I'm quite sure that she's gonna catch that Barong and play with it as much as she can. Plushie is known for loving it. Oh, there you go, we've seen that Barong. Coming from someone who had in one playthrough some gambling problem with Barongs, I can say something about playing with them. No, don't turn it away, Plushie. Ah!
Yeah, I still remember the bookless match. You spent like 30 minutes gambling on like floor 36.
Yeah. In the meantime, Lady Deme is already on floor 5. Again, she's still not out of the game yet. There is 15 minutes left. You can make lots of floors in those 15 minutes.
She's definitely looking for the resources before she sprints. She started in the room with the elevator as well.
That blizzard floor would be quite good for the fire floors, but for the water floors that are coming, it's not ideal. Yeah, her Hercune is a little bit stronger, so she should be able to handle it, but I'm quite sure that she would feel a little bit safer if she was able to find the wand. Plus, she is now in a little bit of a pickle. She died to
21 damage to her, so...
Yeah.
It might be a high roll, or it might be a low roll. We don't know yet.
Okay, we gonna do egg bomb, or what do we do, Plushie? Yep, I think it's an egg bomb.
Please don't be a clown. Okay, good.
Flame. Yeah, that's a good one. We were able to like...
The clown randomly using lowdown is the biggest disappointment when you throw an egg.
Yeah, then why don't you just hatch the clown? Clown is so much better than Cuny.
Okay, now that one I can't agree with at all. I hate clowns so much.
Oh, I heard the story about you and your brother rivalry. There you go. That is Plushie's favorite monster. So we're gonna... Oh! Byron decided to walk away. Yeah. Plushie is going to definitely use that barong as much as she can. And she's got like a few herbs. Oh, I thought that she's gonna use these herbs to restore barong's MP. Not even checking the crystal.
It's so late in the match, I wouldn't check the crystal.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get resources and go, yeah.
Although her Cuny does have only 19 MP, another water ball not needed.
She does have 2 Peter Fruits, so... You know what? I'm happy to see the poison. Oh, we're not playing any more games. Okay. I thought 1 Peter Fruit was at least going to go towards there. Ooh, synchronized flame sword. All levels.
Oh yeah, Barong is a really nice source of experience early on, because when it spawns first time on floor 16, it actually is a little bit stronger than it should be. It has like 96 HP, which is like quite much for this time, and it also has a trait that gives you a double experience. So it's definitely a nice catch to kill a Barong early on. Later on, around floor 26, when it shows up for the second time, it's more or less at the place where it should be, and on floor 36, it's too weak. That's
gonna, yeah.
Now Plushie has, she needs to take a hit, right? She cannot do anything.
No, she can't. She has to, there we go. She has to lure the Minerva away from the door.
Well, but she could take a hit and hit the elevator, right?
No, the elevator's 2 steps away.
Oh, was it? I didn't see that. Oh, yeah,
that's why she went, do not poison Minervas. Do not poison Minervas. That is the biggest time loss. No!
Johnny, what did you do to the traps? Like, seriously, I need to blame Sand Knight so hard. Deme hit a frog trap and a poison.
Yeah, that's pretty harsh.
And now Tamna. So let's hope that she doesn't hit any bomb trap.
Look at the monster train! There's 4 monsters going, oh no! Run, Deme, run!
Oh, bye!
Okay, yeah, see now this is...
Volcano's dead.
And there goes Queenie.
Survived that, right? But that was calculated. We knew that Cuny would die sooner or later.
Yeah, but floor 17 is now the floor to beat, so that's 12 minutes to get 12 floors for at least Lady Deme to catch up.
Yeah, and 13 to win. Because she needs to win, not just catch up, right?
Yep.
Exit loop, hopefully.
Oh no!
No, you're gonna die to a picket? Oh, lucky.
Okay.
There you go.
Death by 1,000 paper cuts is a very bad death.
And it happened before.
Yes. Sand Knight hit a monster den on floor 17, and all the trolls spawn. They all have hammers, but they're technically all high-level trolls. But all the pickets spawned as well, and they just pummeled Sand Knight to death. And it was This is horrible. Very protective of now
Yeah.
making sure there's no traps.
But yeah, like Tony earlier mentioned, there are those few meme situations in our community, like, dying to a paralysis trap or to, I don't know, lifting a zoo. But yeah, dying to a picket or to a dreaming who is just a dreaming can also be a thing.
Look at all these best monsters everywhere.
Yeah, if only they could bark, right?
Go for the pickup or no? What do you do? No, that doesn't work. They have perfect accuracy.
And there you go. Plushie goes on 17. I don't think that
Yep.
she'll be able to go higher, so let's see whether she decides to
Stay in
re-enter or stay in bed.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, the Confusion Scroll is great. You can play the 1 in 8 game and hopefully dodge. But boat trolls actually are special. They will always aim towards you and shoot you. They're horrible that way. You can confuse them, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, boat trolls don't care about anything like that, and I learned that the first, like in a real situation when it was in a tourney match, another frog trap, awesome, where I was using an ice rock for a boat troll, hoping to survive, and no, boat troll decided that like I'm tastier target than an ice rock because it doesn't care. It will shoot you from behind the corner. It ignores so many things. Boat trolls, I don't know whether it's intended or whether it's just a programming bug. But yeah, boat trolls are, like the name suggests, very trolly.
Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, Plushie decided to re-enter. She this time picked up the CUNY, picked up Pita. She's got 8.5 minutes to try to go as high as she can. Can she get to floor 18? In the meantime, Lady Deme is on floor 9. She needs to get to floor 18. So she needs to double her amount of the floors right now. Again, it's very much doable, but with every second, it's getting harder and harder.
Yeah, and also, I was going to say as well, is the boat trolls there's another annoying thing about them. If you hit a crack trap and you can't retreat, they can still shoot you in the hole. They're really annoying that way. They also don't care about walls. So if your Queenie can fly, so it goes in the water there. Lesser known mechanic. But if you're around a corner of a door frame, the bow troll will just shoot you. It doesn't care. It's horrible. And we got another low down.
Yep, they live up to the troll name.
Yeah. The sword ones aren't the worst. They just have a lot of HP comparatively. The regular ones you want to see because, hey ho, free experience when you first enter the tower, truthfully. But
I'll go ahead.
No, like I said, the bow ones though, I don't think you ever really want to see them. Like they take a lot of resources. Not resources. They take a lot of time to kill efficiently and safely. So.
But yeah, there are like many other like trolly monsters in this game. Like for example, Glacier is the one that I sort of hinted at with this curling world record. But we at least sometimes have use for glaciers. Yeah, they can like shoot you away from your elevator or push you into other monsters. But sometimes they can also push you away from other monsters. So we do have usage for them. But trolls are just trolly. They're not that much of a scary monster until they are, and sometimes they are.
And the thing is, like, what you really have to be careful of in this game is, if you assume one monster is weak or something, you're gonna have a bad time. They are extremely every monster for the most part can be dangerous in certain situations. Pickets can steal equipment or items that you really need to keep going in the tower, so you have to try to find the one that stole it. Dreamins can put you to sleep. Blocks can hit you from paralysis from far away if you're not careful. Like, there's a whole lot of them, which you have to be careful. And honestly, if you just treat every monster with the respect it deserves, you'll have a better time in surviving. Like, just don't assume you can easily kill whatever or take 2 hits and you should be able to win. You might miss. You might hit the. You might low roll twice for all you know. Like, take the precaution, and at least the way I play, I take the precaution to make sure I try to do my best to win. Which is why if I fight and get to level 23, I know at that point with a Scarlet Wand, I can fight everything in the tower for the most part.
Yep, I can fully stand behind it. I also prefer a little bit safer gameplay. Because again, I'm not much of a speedrunner. I just enjoy playing this game. To me, it's a puzzle game. And in a puzzle, like, you don't really want to be too fast. You just want to think it through. But I also got out of your message that, like, we gotta respect that Palooka, right? Every monster, like, has some respect.
I've lost a run before. It's offline. There's no evidence of it anymore. I've lost a run to a scarred Palooka.
Oh, okay.
It stole my familiar, and I had to try to deal with the Viper afterwards, and I was unable to.
That is another monster that can be a little bit trolly with this one when it steals your collar. And I think it's also, can they steal your collar also from around the corner? I think they can.
I think they can.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure on that one because I've only had them steal a collar, I think 2 or 3 times. I think if we were to play the game and test it out, we would be able to see.
Yeah.
Like with the sole purpose. But yeah, if you have your collar stolen from a Palooka on floor 22, there's still a lot of Vipers around there, and they can still really wreck just Ko, because Ko is still the weakest creature in the tower. He's human.
Yeah, I remember, I think it was from your gameplay, another thing from around the corner that can happen, because those little yellow, cute, plumpy thingies, Manoivas, as you go higher to the tower, they gain abilities. First, they just, can attack you. When you see them second time, they can transform into items. But when you see them for the third time, they can transform into all the monsters in the tower. And I think it was for you where Manoiva transformed into Puny from around the corner. I'm sort of vaguely remembering that it was in your gameplay.
I want to say it's one of my practice runs for marathons. Yeah,
probably.
I had something stupid with the Minervas. I know for a fact I've been trying to figure out more and more about how to exploit their, straightforward walking thing. And if you were to hold an item above you while you're being followed by one, let them hit you, and then keep walking, you will be able to. They'll hit you, you'll drop your item, you stutter step on it, and you keep walking, and eventually they'll be like, oh, there's an item there, they'll transform and de-aggro. Oh, right, yeah, I think that would have been the case, because me and Sad Knight had I want to say like an argument, but like, I think he was talking smack, and we just loaded up the game and did an 80% run as a race. I won that race, by the way.
And that's all we remember.
Yeah. Well, also, small side effect. One of our mods, Punai Sante, he is still the one that has the highest win ratio versus a lot of us. And like, he doesn't race the game normally. He just enters the tournaments when they happen, and it's kind of insane. So.
I have a story about that, but I would like to leave it for a little bit later because we've got 2 last minutes of the game. And Lady Deme is fighting hard to get to that floor 18 that she doesn't know that she needs to get, because they don't know where each other are. But let's see, 1 minute 40 seconds to get 4 floors. That's probably a little bit too much. You would need like insane elevator lag, and it would have to start like now or even 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, and here's the proper use of the scroll without the bull trove being, auto-aiming you, basically.
Yeah.
And both runners know what time it is. They both have the timers on their side, and they both know once it hits 1 hour, we will tell them what the results are. So as far as they're concerned, they can still keep going.
Oh, yeah.
And
there you go. There is that elevator, and 1 minute. If I don't recall exactly how the layout looked like for Plushie. Was she having any elevator lag? Because right now Deme is on the same climb as Plushie was, but it doesn't look like she has the elevator. So it looks less and less probable for Lady Deme to hit the floor 18. So most probably round 1 will go to DamagedPlushie.
Which has been a heck of a match.
Yeah. And one interesting thing is, like, look, Plushie started her climb, I think, around 51 minutes at the timer, and she's now on floor 10. Like,
Yeah,
8.5 minutes, 10 floors. Really beautiful.
And it does go to show when you have a stronger queenie, you can get up quicker, and like if you know how to play the game, you can also get up quicker as well. And I was gonna say Queenie's been doing a good job killing things so far, and literally just died. So thanks, Queenie, for bringing the PowerPoint to the presentation.
Queenie's doing good job dying for Plushie. That's always the case.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
And there you go. That's 1 hour mark. Game to Plushie.
Yeah, so if we'll tell the runners the results, and we'll load up seed 2, and we'll get the seed for that one. Also, anyone who isn't the Azure Dreams community here, I see so many of you. We do have a Discord. If anyone's ever interested in learning how to run the game, we have tournaments like this every now and then for the newer runners. We also have regular tournaments that anyone can join. You don't have to be a seasoned runner to race. Just know you might get paired up against some really, really, really scary opponents. But we are the community, technically, because we love puns. Much to a lot of our mods' dislike on that one. Not Sand Knight. Me and Sand Knight love puns. Horza is the one who doesn't like puns. We just see...
Don't enable him. You see Sand Knight already awoke in the chat.
It's amazing.
Now probably it will change into Pun Fest.
Yeah, if you say pun 3 times in a mirror while looking at it, Sand Knight will appear behind you is the rumor.
Yeah. Don't try it at home, kids.
No. It's also COVID restrictions. Just don't do that. It's not safe. Anyway.
Yeah.
But so when it comes down to it, we're gonna move on to game 2. I will get the seed for the next game.
Yeah, I'm already working on it. Lady Deme will need a short break, but we do have time. If I checked correctly, there is no match after this one on Speed Gaming 5, so even if you push it a little bit, even though we are not behind yet, but even if we have to, we've got time for it.
Yeah, and the thing is, again, if you want to use the bio or have a bio break or anything like that, feel free to.
I will probably need to use it, but I will do that after we start our runners.
Well, I can do the seed check and stuff. Just go right now.
It's okay. I can hold it. So let's see. Lady Deme already loaded her second seed, and it is correct.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So place your bets. What familiar will they start off with? Oh wait, wrong tournament. I don't ever want to be like, what floor will they get to? Because that's just mean. Like, I don't like that mentality. But the previous tournament we did, we had randomized starting monsters instead of Queenie. And did we ever actually see a killer in that entire? The tournaments?
I don't recall, but everybody was talking that everybody wants a killer because killers are amazing, duh. But
killers also are the only ones that wear pants. So that's a weird thing too.
Why is it weird? I wear pants as well.
Yeah, but not like everything else in the monsters can't be pantsless. Like what? Like why the boxer shorts? And how do they when they only have 2 axes? The second they put food towards their head, they would cut their own heads off. There's a lot of questions I have with the monster design.
Doesn't Batnell have some kind of shorts or something?
If you can type on a keyboard with boxing gloves, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
There's a reference for people.
Oh, I just checked the
as well.
chat. Like I said, Sand Knight was awoken.
Yeah. Troyes, you're gonna fit right into the Discord. Keep it up. I approve puns.
And now we're gonna have it probably for the next few minutes.
Yeah. Until Sand Knight bores himself from puns.
But it's okay. As much as I sigh at his puns, he's actually quite good at it. If you can be good at puns.
As I was gonna say, being good at something when it's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a skill. You can put it in your CV. Maybe it can invite you to an interview because somebody was interested. Okay, what kind of puns can you make?
Bad ones or good ones? Fun fact, there's only bad ones. That's actually the one small thing I really enjoy. For those who don't know, Full Featureitis is my wife, and she's also never run this game.
And I have a story, the one that I mentioned earlier about, everybody like losing to Poulet. In one of the last tournaments where your wife was playing, she was our
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
She was our witness of like rolling or like shuffling the bracket. And at the first, before we shuffled the bracket, she was, okay, good that we shuffled because right now I'm paired up with Poulet and I don't want to play against him. And when she shuffled, she still was against Poulet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, after I was in another room, I hear you do that, and I heard her just like yell out, I was like, come on. What I was going to say is,
Our runners are now counted down, so they should start any minute, probably around a minute when the stream catches up.
Yeah, and when I was gonna say with Fee, I just didn't want to say she's my wife. I was gonna say when she ran this game, she'd always tell me off for not turning the camera and stuff like that, which we see now, so that's all good. But offline, I love making puns. I really do. My favorite thing is if you make a pun so bad where someone looks like they want to harm you, basically from just a reaction, that means it's a good pun, and that's a very good pun.
Didn't you just say that there is no such thing as a good pun?
No, well, there's a good result to a bad pun then.
But yeah, Shoni, I'll leave you for a second, and I'll be back soon.
Yeah, absolutely. So
thank you so much.
I will just briefly run down what this game is again for anyone who's brand new or catching this now. So first of all, this is Azure Dreams. It's a roguelike PS1 tower crawling game or dungeon crawling game. The tower is procedurally generated. And that's a good pun, Rev. And when it comes to the tower, everything's going to be randomized from floor 2. We also skip the tutorial on these tournament matches and stuff like that. So we're going to have a name from both of them. I think they're naming them... Oh, we got Reeves and Line. Okay. Oh, sorry, SK, sorry. I'm lost to name them, but honestly, there's such a weird consistency to this game now. Like, you might as well have fun, name Queenie something. But yeah, so you always get the same 5 items when you start this game. We have not changed that. Queenie's still the starting monster as well, and re-entries are allowed in this tournament. So we'll be getting, in order, it looks like the Copper Sword, Wood Shield, Fireball, which has 5 charges, a random colored egg, which contains a Plumpa, which is roughly 84% heat, so it's easy to hatch. And then we have the Medicinal Herb, and we'll be able to basically go straight to the elevator. This randomizer was made by our wonderful programmer, pro_grammar. And any of the seeds here you can also play as well. And with this, everything is now procedurally generated. So you're sharing the same seed because, well, the randomizer does that. But the second they take a different step from each other. So let's say if Plushie goes up left and Deme went completely to the right, I would be very careful here too, because that's a lot of damage all of a sudden. Yeah. You have to be really careful when it comes to... Are they just going to do the fireball? Medicinal Herb? Okay. Yeah, Programmer hasn't been around for a while, but his effect is still being felt throughout the Discord, and legitimately, we love him. Also, again, Chai said earlier, it's like, oh, if a programmer said something, I'll blindly believe it. Legitimately, yes. Programmer broke apart this game so well and wrote out so many details. We now understand this game as what it is versus. There's a lot of monsters on the floor. There's a lot of resources now we have available because of programmers' understanding and also just breaking apart the programming itself of this game. And we're indebted to them indefinitely on that one. But the other thing I was going to say is when it comes to the tower here, like you want the first level. You always want to find at least 8 experience. That's 1 troll, or I think 2 noises or 3 noises at the start of the game. The first level will give you 10 extra HP. The HP is huge for survivability because that's the only time in the game you'll get that HP increase. Otherwise, you'll get 3 or 4. we'll see here. There's 26 and 30. Plushie's already level 3. So you get a 4 HP increase, and 3, then 4, and whatever. So eventually, when things start hitting you for 22 and you have like 50 health, you're not really going to be doing well. Even if you were to grind on these, if you were to grind on the levels and get a lot of experience, you're not really going to be staying above the curve for how much damage they can do, because you're still going to have a wood shield, or you're still going to have, let's see, they're both level 3 right now, right? Because you can see the defense won't really increase, or the attack won't really increase very much. Ko is really the weakest thing, and this game kind of bases the whole monsters are stronger to go up a tower eventually. But we're trying to do it in one go, because we're silly that way. Let's see. We got floor 3, and a lot of trolls. Here we go. Here's a flame here. Still no wand. We have a very basic inventory. The floor 2 wasn't very beneficial for that, but they got a lot of experience though, so that's something. And welcome back, Chai.
Thank you. The Holy Scroll is really nice, and now also Plushie has found Holy Bell. That's probably already better inventory than what they had in the previous run. Arguably because, you know, Scarlet won, right? But there is still plenty of time to find that as well.
Yeah, also the other side effect as well is they have not been hit by 8 traps at this point. So, you know.
Was that just a commentator curse?
We'll see. I'm actually kind of curious at this point.
As much as we actually do love to see traps, because, speaking of, because they make climb more interesting. If there were no traps, no monsters, it would be like, who finds the elevator quicker and go up, right? So like, that's not interesting to watch. We do want to see traps, but of course we also don't want our runners to go down, so we want to see enough traps to make it interesting, but not too many.
Yeah, and there's the runner's links there for the record. Is that Plushie's?
That is not Plushie's Twitch. That's actually her alternate account that she uses whenever she runs this game. Her normal Twitch account is DamagedPlushie.
Okay.
So, and definitely a nice place to hang out. I know that Plushie streams a lot. And she plays fun games. She's very entertaining as a runner, so I highly recommend that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, follow the runners. Could you post her real account?
Yes, sure, no worries
So
at all.
is it easily click?
No,
yes, I think. Or does it have an underscore now? I'm not 100% sure.
No, it's like this. Yeah, DamagedPlushie. I know that she's about to soon do a Nier Automata stream, and she's planning to do cosplay of 2B. So that's something to wait for.
I say to play those. But as I was going to say, like when it comes to the runners, I mentioned this in the previous, commentary session as well as the previous match. No 2 runners play alike. Ooh, goodbye wand. Hopefully that wasn't a Scarlet.
Why would you need wand when you go without Kyoni?
That's true. Yeah. No, it's still Raise the Unbred. It has to be.
No, I think this R will still be like that. We do actually need to reach out to Speed Gaming to fix that. It is a little bit like confusing because she's using 2 accounts, but we will handle it.
Yeah, but I was gonna say is someone in chat saying good old Azure Dream, never play it yourself. If you want to learn how to play it, we have a Discord. It is a wonderful game. We're a very supportive community. We're not gonna demean people if you can't get to floor 5 or something. We'll help you get to floor 5, then we'll help you get to floor 6, and we'll do everything we possibly can to make people learn this game casually or speedrun wise, because this is a really fun game to play. It is a weird lightning in a bottle roguelike game, and honestly, you can't really get much of a better roguelike on the PS1 era as far as I'm concerned, because there's obviously Chocobo's Dungeon 2, and a couple other ones. This one feels the best to play, and it feels fair. Traps suck, yes, but honestly, this game does feel fair. Also, 2 elevators. Yay for the luck. Yeah. You can see up to at most 4 on one floor, I believe is the top.
Yes,
the
4
amount.
is the max number.
Yeah, I've seen 3 on stream, so.
But yeah, I fully agree with Sean. This game is really fun, and even if you're not so much into speedrunning, because again, I'm, for example, not so much into doing the speedrunning. I do like watching the speedruns, and I absolutely adore and love watching races, especially for Azure Dreams. This game has plenty to offer, even if you just want to like play it for fun. There are some categories that, of course, you don't have to think of when you're playing. But for example, my style of the game is just like decimate everything on the floor as much as you can, and we've got that earthquake percent. It takes around 5-6 hours to beat the game, but it's very much possible.
It is, and that's dumb. That was made a category because at least 3 people ran it, and that was one of those things where like, oh wow, it's Okay.
Yeah, I think it is on leaderboard right now. Probably it was definitely Reven finished it. Hood equals Live finished it, and was it Don Forgo?
No, is Yekrep?
Yekrep finished it. Yeah, Yekrep was the 3rd one. I also finished the Earthquake percent twice, but because I'm not a speedrunner, I was using state display, which is not allowed on leaderboard. I was just playing it for fun.
Well, first of all, hello in chat. Also, just because I can, hello, the chat. You are cute, I think is the meme. So when it comes to like learning this game or just learning how to play it well, there's 2 different things, obviously, when it comes to that. When you learn to play it well, you'll learn to play the game and enjoy it more. This game is extremely hard to pick up and play just from your first playthrough. Take it from Quantum Pi, who got recommended to play this game by one of our mods in his stream. It took him 94 hours, a lot of pain to be able to beat. But he did it. But he also managed to dodge like everything in the last 5 floors of the tower. He got extremely lucky on that one.
Very satisfying 94 hours to add.
It was very fun, yeah. But he's still part of the Discord. He's not a speedrunner, but he's learned to enjoy the game. We taught him a bunch of different mechanics that when he wanted to learn. We're not going to force mechanics and spoilers on people. And yeah, that does really good use of the miscellaneous scroll there too.
One thing about the remaster of this game, of course, like there is no plans, or at least we are not aware of any plans for the remaster. But I really like the comment of one of our runners, actually the world record holder, when we were making one of the randomized tournament made by the very like same person that was punning here, Sand Knight, randomizer tournament, where we were randomizing much more than the game actually offers. And Wuga said, oh no, like, oh yes, it feels like a DLC to like 25-year-old game.
Yes.
And yeah, there is no remaster. Probably there is no hope for it yet. Maybe one day. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But there are things, thanks to programmer who made the de-randomizing randomizer, that can make this game feel like something new. That there is more to offer than just the base game.
Oh, so prepare to die. Like, really, really prepare to die if you play Second Tower. Azure Dreams is difficult. Second Tower is its own beast itself. But the other thing which we have to say with that as well is, Azure Dreams, again, is a very unique individual game by itself. And there is a Game Boy Color version, which also is part of our Discord. And it is its own little beast and its own little game. And if you're interested in it or you have played that, you can join, you can chat, we also have the Azure Watcher role, so people who play Azure Dreams, you can ping them. And people who sign up for that, they can be pinged for the tournament matches or casual things if you're speedrunning or playing it casually. So, we're here to support people learning the game and playing the game. So, if you want to join.
Yep. Going back to the match, because we were off track for a while, and there are interesting things happening. Plushie is in the lead. She's on floor 8 with an elevator in the spawn room, but there is also that sweet blue fruit there that Plushie.
Yeah, that's the right choice.
Holy Bell. He does want to have that fruit. Our runner's inventory is pretty nice. Definitely much better than it was in the previous game. They have plenty of defensive items. They have lots of attacking items. There is like Fireball that was given at the start. There's Pillar Ball, Acid Rain, amazing item, 2 Olim fruits. Really, really nice inventory. If I had to compare, I would say that Deme actually has one big advantage that Stream Wand might make a difference. At this point in time, between Plushie and Deme, they both have wands that doesn't match the element that they have. So there are some differences, but more or less it's the same. But if Deme decides to change Puny's element to water, which will be possible naturally around floor 12, if she finds a blue coral, or earlier if she finds CC, then she should definitely get a big advantage, because she then would have the same matching wand as they had in the game 1 with the same amount of, or potential amount of the damage. So that's something that Plushie didn't find.
Yeah, and the thing is, it is a very old strat, technically, but I was told off for it. I will never forgive people for saying I was slow for that. It ended up becoming one of the more consistent strats. But changing your monster's type, or Queenie's type, throughout the tower is a huge thing. The thing is, there is 3 elements, and there's fire, wind, and water. Fire is more or less projectile-based monsters. You got like griffins and flames and dragons that shoot breath and stuff at you. Excuse me. Then you have water ones, which are healing or buffing or whatever. And you have wind, which is more tricksy, which is, blind, paralysis, so forth. The circles on how effective they are not the same size. And water is extremely biased, because yes, you have to fear the wind creatures. There's not many dangerous wind creatures. There's a lot of bulky water creatures, and there's a lot of scary fire creatures. And if you choose to be water, you could, you'd have to avoid the clown there, like on Plushie's screen. But you'd be able to basically kill 2/3 of the tower otherwise. If you find stuff like fireballs and whatever, like we saw the fireball from both runners, Plushie has a pillar ball, they'd be fine for the top floors for the most part being water, because you just fight the glaciers, fight the dragons, fight the tyrants, fight everything else, and then just use a fireball on the occasional golem. Oh, see here, no!
Now on floor 8, the same floor where Plushie used the Holy Bell, but Plushie had actually 2 Holy Bells. So I don't know whether Lady Deme will decide to use her Holy Bell, because it's probably she does have 1 Olim. At this point in time, if she has only 1 Holy Bell, I probably would have just skipped it. It's a game that you have to skip it, but yeah, it's probably the right decision. If you have
still got the star glasses.
Yeah, exactly. That's the very good item for speed. We are technically speed running, so yeah, we want that.
Yeah, and that's the kind of goofy thing, is like, this itself is not really, like, we're being very casual about this, we're not saying, oh wow, like they hit floor 15 or whatever. When you do a proper, like, this is obviously a proper run, it's still a speed run no matter what. But when you do like PB attempts, there's a different mentality to this game versus, honestly, these tournament matches are really cozy to play against, just because they're their own contained thing. And you're just gonna have fun. Also, yes, leather +3 is probably the best thing we've seen so far for equipment this run. Guys, like, not only do you have the evasion chance, you can now block 3 extra damage.
Actually, that's not the case. You can block maximum 2 additional damage, because defense is probably the worst stat in this game, apart from a few others that don't mean anything. But 2 points of defense decrease the damage by 1. If or when you are being hit by like, I don't know, maximums or dragon for 60 or 70, what does it matter whether you are hit for 70 or 68 when you anyways die into hit? So that's why on higher floors, especially, defense is pretty much meaningless. But on the early floors, yeah, that can be as much as like 20% or 30% damage decrease.
So we have a Mahel seed here. Oh, so Side effect. Okay, this is kind of not ideal because she's gonna aggro the troll soon. Yeah.
There you go.
So
And
this.
Mahel is now gone. So what do?
You're not in the room yet. You're in the door frame. Don't use the holy bell.
She's in the room.
Oh,
She's in the room.
That's fine then.
But the troll doesn't care about the fact that you are or not in the room. If it's in your
Range,
line
it'll
of
shoot
sight,
you.
it will shoot you.
Oh,
so lucky.
Yeah, use that to get out of there. That's exactly the right choice. But
Yeah.
oh man, that could have been really bad.
Beautiful. That is a strategy that Septic uses a lot, picking up CUNY and using Warp Trap, or whenever he's doing the runs, usually they're CUNY-less, he's just using the Warp Traps. And at some point in time, Plushie was being trained by Septic, so probably it's one of the things that she picked up from him.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing as well, we should say is we have
there you go.
more traps. Okay. When it comes to learning the game, we currently have coaches for different runners. I'm coaching Chimera. Chai, you're coaching
Razor.
Yeah. And then Sand Knight is coaching Deme and not Septic this time. Who's
Reven is coaching Plushie.
Plushie. Okay. So like we all have designated coaches. It doesn't mean you still can't ask other people to help. You just ping one of us and just ask us for advice. We have a ton of resources in our Discord. Like if you don't find something or something is not well explained, let us know. We'll remake it so it is. But like we have every mechanic so far and every strat more or less tutorialized for everyone. Also AI 1 on Deme's side, just get rid of the volcano.
She was one hit away from dying. She would have killed that volcano with the next hit, but she didn't want to take a chance because if it missed, and it can miss at any time because of course RNG, she would die. So AI in this case is definitely the right choice.
Mm-hmm.
Right now she doesn't have that safety of walking away from the troll.
Yeah,
but
that's what you do.
AI1 and Medicinal, beautiful. That's the right order of things.
I was going to point this out on Plushie's side. When she used the Hell Seed, Ko will face the camera to eat. Which means if you have their AI set to stand in a certain position, Queenie will move. So you want to normally command him to stay or attack or do whatever before eating an item. Otherwise, he might move in a very disadvantageous place. So be very careful on that one, or turn the camera so where he faces the camera was behind him is the proper thing. I'm aware, I just don't do it.
Yeah.
Turn the camera costs frames.
Save the frames.
Kill the camera.
Kill the camera, yeah. There you go. Plushie is now seeing a blue color, so if she wants to, she can go water, although she doesn't have that water or stream one, so for her it's not that much of a benefit. Technically, we do prefer to go water around these floors, but let's see what Plushie decides. Maybe she will, again, just ditch the CUNY.
Yeah, and there is something to what Plushie's been doing a lot of is just picking up the monsters and just eating them at other ones. You actually can save a good amount of stress if you can pick up a monster, throw it, and if they're far enough away, they'll hit them, act as a wall, and then all of them will just turn around. And that was started from Forza with the Plumpas on 422 or whatever, just eating them at everything. We ended up being doubling the Plumparang. But anything that can be picked up, that's going to turn towards Plushie, yeah. You never want to see a Kraken, like, ever.
Unless you're Win.
Yes, clowns, yeah, it was very nice to kill clowns and new elves, I'll say, or Krakens and new elves with...
If CUNY was Win, then you had a Golf one, that Kraken would be not very much scary, 2 hits.
It still hits for a lot, though.
Oh yeah, it would hit like a truck, definitely. Mm-hmm. That's why you need to have an Earth Shield as well.
Oh yeah, everyone's favorite shield that everyone doesn't yell at me about as well.
Bomb magnet.
Yeah, because bomb traps are fire-based, surprise, and they kind of scale up. I can't remember, based on the tower floor level?
No, they scale based on coast level.
Yeah, so if you get hit with like if you're level 20 and you have an earth shield, you get hit by a bomb trap, you basically get one shot.
You will get one shot at level 1, but the higher the level, the more survivability you have actually. So
yeah, I've been hit for 54 though.
Yeah, but of course you still want to be at max HP, because if you are any less than max, you may very well die in one hit.
Sleepy room.
Yeah, Plushie unfortunately still has Krakens to deal with. I think last floor where Krakens are still a thing is floor 15. Floor 16 is floor for her favorite gacha machine. And that's where she wouldn't have to deal with Krakens anymore. So one more floor for her. But this match, this match is one really beautiful example of how trolly the tower can be. You remember the round 1?
I was about to say that, yeah.
Over. No inventory at all. And they were dying over and over and over again. This time, they have beautiful inventory and they're still both on their first climb.
Yeah, and that's what I was literally about to say, is like this is a big juxtaposition between both of them, because yes, there's been a couple traps, but oh no!
That was already planned. Plushie, I'm sure she was like, okay, Cuny is surviving for way too long. Time for him to die.
We'll have to ask about that later. The thing is, like, when it comes to the tower is its own little thing. What Plushie can do now is obviously the gacha machine. If you get a roach fruit, 16 at the last floor you can find a Garuda on.
I think you can find Garuda on 17. No, I think you can. But it's like very, very low chance.
Wow, I drank tea wrong there. What the hell? Sorry. I was choked. So yeah, but I don't know if they're in 17, because 17 is normally.
Let me quickly check that so that we can have the clarity, because I remember that like once you find that roach fruit on 16, you definitely want to get Garuda as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But I think 17 is still Garuda floor. Yes, there is still Garuda on 17.
Okay, so yeah,
there is no Garuda anymore.
You can either find a natural roach or get a roach on 16 and go 16, 17. But 17 also has pickets, and having a roach fruit in your pocket with pickets around feels bad.
Oh yeah, you feel for it every single time the picket closes down.
Yeah. It would be hilarious if they... I'll go for it.
I just wanted to say that like pickets are of course the best monsters, right? Like you can attest to that.
Oh no!
But they do want to be trolly.
Oh no! The door.
Deme don't... Oh yeah, there you go. Luckily for Deme, that septic special didn't go off at full power.
Yeah. So Queenie did defend Lei Deme because Lei Deme was in the door frame. That's not because... Ooh, that's a big hit as well from both of them being hit by traps right now. But yeah, the door frames are probably the scariest things for runners as well.
Oh, Plushie, you're one hit away from dying. Plenty of inventory to deal with that. But I really actually do like the idea that Plushie is not immediately going for the inventory. This is the thing that Pule always says. HP is your resource. So you can lift. You've got like higher chance to lift than not lift, although we probably can sometimes say that it's not the case, but RNG. But the thing is, if you can save yourself a resource, why not try saving it? Because HP is the only resource that naturally recovers. You just need a little bit of a time and you've got your HP back. So Plushie had a plan B, C, and even D. So she was able to risk, quote unquote, lifting as much as she could. And the moment she wasn't like able to lift anymore, that's when she went for the resource.
Yeah, and there's really, like, again, if you have resources and you died, you could use to save yourself. You didn't use your resources properly. There's a weird mixture of use everything you can when you can and conserve what you can when you can. And to find that balance especially with AI 1, it lets you survive more battles and do whatever. And I can hold on to my items to actually fight things or blind or paralyze or whatever I need to do to escape encounters. I think that's, just far enough away that it wouldn't get aggroed.
Yep.
Lucky. That troll, that troll's turning towards her.
Not yet. Now it's going to. It's not now. It's aggroed. It wasn't aggroed before. Now it's aggroed. But Plushie picks it up, and probably Yeet Squad will do its thing.
You also gotta be really careful hitting a slam trap or something, or a bomb trap, because you'll drop it, and then they'll get the revenge on you.
Yeah. One thing on Lady Deme's side that I wanted to mention, she's now on floor 12, and she already saw the elevator, but if I understand it correctly, I think she's looking for a blue color. Yeah, there you go, that's the blue color. Because like we mentioned earlier, she does have a stream wand, and she does still have an original Palumpa egg that is water. So fusion of Palumpa and Cuny will make Cuny water. So that's something that Lady Deme might go after.
Oh, we have an egg on floor 15.
That's just an egg bomb. Or maybe not. Yeah, there is truth glasses, so no suspend.
Yeah. Oh, we got one.
I'll try to imitate Sun Knight here and say,
Synchronize!
Garuda, here we go!
Synchronize egg hatching.
But Lady Deme is hatching Palumpa. She doesn't know yet what she's gonna probably find on floor 15 because it was a fairly easy find. But right now, she's got a very good fighting power. But when Plushie finishes hatching that Garuda, fighting power is not needed anymore. Unless,
and this is what I was teaching Chimera, is both times we did a practice run, I did one, then Chimera did one. I found a Garuda and a Scarlet Wand. And then when she was doing one, she found a Scarlet Wand and a Garuda. But she also had a Stream Wand and a Plumpa egg still. And she ended up losing the Garuda at like floor 37. So we had to shift back to the Stream Wand. And even if you're level like 10, 15, you can still kind of get away with killing like tyrants and getting a couple levels. So having the backup of having Water Queenie is really, really big. But now we're going to see a... Or
no. Plushie, don't forget you're familiar. Yeah. This time you don't want to lose Garuda.
No,
you hate Cuny, but Garuda is your friend.
Yeah. You treat this thing like gold right now. Oh, and...
do you go for the... Gotcha. No, I guess the temptation was high, but Plushie then was like, nah. I've got already what I needed.
This is also the safe Garuda strats, is you move into the abduct versus just spamming it and then attacking, because based on the turn order, you might spawn and then, or get warped somewhere and then something would hit you, versus if you move, it doesn't. That's a big difference in keeping Garuda safe, basically.
I think recently Wuga is trying to make a little bit meme out of this quote-unquote safe Garuda thingy, because there you go, traps are still a thing. And when you are moving, you can find traps. So you're safe from being hit from others. Quote-unquote safe, because there are still situations in which you can get hit with this kind of abducting. But more or less you're safe from getting hit, but you can still get hit by a trap, right? So there is no full safety here. Let's
safest,
not call it the safest that we can think of.
Yeah, the safest thing you can do is turn turn Garuda into water. Because at least at that point, the bomb traps won't do too much damage to it if it gets hit with you. Because that's always a sad thing, is when you hit a bomb trap and lose Garuda, and you're looking for a restore scroll at that point. And the more you use the Garuda, the weaker you're going to stay in the tower too. So we have a Picket already saying hello.
Yep, but Plushie just zooms away.
Also, what should be pointed as well is actually something that Chimera pointed out. I'm not used to this because I'm not used to the more than one re-entry. Is this monster was hatched in the tower. So there's no chance of getting it back if something were to happen and Plushie had to leave. So this is like a one and done style monster. So she's basically dedicating herself, well, obviously before getting to floor 40. But you really had to make sure you're very careful with this in particular. Oh, we got the elevator on each side, and floor 15 now on Lady's side, so she's gonna find the Garuda egg.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
She just removed wind crystal from her inventory, so she's now committed that like, okay, this is my one run, especially with this kind of inventory. She's got very powerful Q needs water now, so she thinks it won't get better than that, right? She doesn't know yet that it will get better than that, hopefully. Truth Blast, please don't use it, please don't use it. No, you're gonna use it. Oh,
wow, that's a lot of acid rains, actually. I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go, bomb traps. You mentioned that, Shani.
Yeah, that's 11 HP left, so... Also, there is a possible chance that a bomb trap would set up a bomb trap.
And now let's see what Lady Deme will decide, because she knows there is a temptation that it can be a Garuda. There is 34 minutes into the game, but the idea that your opponent could have hatched that egg, and it would be a Garuda, it would be too much. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Lady Deme is probably one of the most knowledgeable commentators we have. She's commentated a ton of matches. She's aware of the Garuda floors for eggs, and she's aware, like, the chance, even if it is low, is not zero. And if she knows if she doesn't and Plushie did, and if it's a Garuda, then the time dedicated to hatching it, okay, it might be made up, or if it's not Garuda. If it's a Garuda, she has to change her playstyle immediately. Because she now knows that Plushie may have found it before her and is gonna just have to book it.
Yep. So once Lady Deme hatches, and it seems that like she will be able to finish the hatch without any problem, it will be just zoom zoom on both sides. Plushie does have a lead. There is 5 floors lead, and there you go. I can assure you that Lady Deme is now going like Garuda, and
also Garuda.
now it's completely different match. It's a little bit like it's always it's RNG, because abducting doesn't guarantee like to put you in any like concrete spot. It's RNG. And in this case, RNG will matter regardless of the fact that both of the runs are seeded. So yeah, it might be so that like one of them will be teleported very quickly next to the elevator immediately, and sometimes you'll be teleported only after like 10 or 20 teleports. So let's see who's gonna get better chance for that.
Oh, now Lady Deme was really debating it. Oh, she's gonna take it.
Yeah, so actually that's surprising. Plushie resisted the temptation, but Lady Deme goes for it.
Yeah. Well, let's see if there's a restore scroll that comes from this as well.
Okay, useless.
Yeah, funny, but useless. Also, smaller, lesser known mechanic, the money you collect in the tower.
That's nice. I would keep that fire for Garuda.
I would definitely, just changing the type is really useful.
Yeah.
The money you collect in the tower is actually doubled when you grab the ultimate egg at the top of the tower. So if you had an alchemic scroll and you got, let's say, 5,000, like this on one floor or something, you had a total of 20,000 from collecting all the money in the game. And going away with a money wand, whatever. The second you grab the ultimate egg, it doubles your money for some reason. It doesn't say it, it just does it very quickly when it changes the screen. And in a bookless run, where you're incorporating just a money route and whatever, back before it was just hospital, then go up the tower kind of thing, that was something you can play. You would go your way to pick up as much money as possible to help. What are you?
No, don't let that Garuda die. Please, Lady Deme. Forget that barong, just teleport away.
Yeah.
There you go. In the meantime, Plushie actually did increase her lead. It's gonna be 7 floors now. Another acid rainbow. That's a very generous seed. So I guess Shani, after like torturing them in seed number 1, you decided that like, okay, it's gonna be a little bit easier. So like,
we thought about Sand Knight's to blame.
No, Sand Knight is to blame for the first seed, but for this one, it's thank you, Shani, right?
Well, yeah, but again, I posted the Azure memes thing. It says, no, blaming Shani is not endorsed in this Discord. We have a dedicated Sand Knight for it.
Oh, that's true.
So, that was posted last year. Wow, okay.
And it still holds true. Yep. And it will stay like that. There you go. Plushie has so much inventory that she's got a problem, like Revan mentions. She still has a copper sword and a wood shield that she probably should have gotten rid of long time ago. So there is one thing about Plushie. We all see state display, right? We see inventory without checking the actual inventory in the game. We see the stats and everything. And I'm sure Lady Deme sees that as well when she is playing. But Plushie doesn't care. She's not using state display at all. So the fact, like you mentioned, the fact that she's not using HUD is not the reason that she now has state displayed. It's just that she doesn't care. She's checking everything in inventory. So every time she picks up and she thinks that she wants to pick it up, she doesn't know that her inventory is full. She does really need to do a little bit of time inventory management, and that gives a little bit of time for Deme to catch up.
Also, the picket hit the go up trap or the giant wall there. I do like the upheaval traps a lot. Well, her queenie died for the sake of getting a Garuda egg, right? That's the whole manip.
Yeah, that was RNG manip. Doesn't matter that for Deme she didn't have to like kill Cuny to do it, but let's go with that.
Yeah.
One thing, Shonia. Question to you. Do you know why on Deme's side Ko's name is Line?
No, actually, I don't know. I know for a fact Lady Deme finds it very amusing. I tend to name, when I do the races and stuff like that, it's either Shawnee because I load up with save file or whatever. But what I do do as well is I tend to name Ko not Ko, just for the opening cutscene. So when Wreath gives birth, oh, it is a conga line. You're right. I think that might be it.
I actually did ask Lady Deme about it, and I know the right answer, and it's not conga line.
Really? I
know that you want puns and everything, but not everyone endorses that.
Ooh,
no, actually, it's related to the start tournament name. So starting line, start line, right? So that's where we start.
Well, as I was going to say, though, is when it comes to the bad jokes and stuff like that. Also, with the Acid Rain Ball was actually too weak, just because Plushie actually hasn't had
Just get rid of that sword and shield, please.
I know, right? Wind Crystal, let's get rid of that. Definitely not accidentally using it. That's quick menuing, but sometimes you can accidentally use a Wind Crystal.
In the previous floor, she had star glasses in her hand, but again, she picked it up from the floor. She had her inventory full, so she couldn't stash it. The fact that she's having full inventory is like, ugh. Like, Revan, what are you doing? Teach Plushie to sort her inventory. Or manage.
Last time I was doing commentary, she was in chat saying she'll never sort her inventory.
Oh yeah, she actually is one of the only very few people in this Discord who actually does understand how sorting works in inventory, because it's not very straightforward. So she has a method of when and how to sort. She knows that. But right now it's not sorting, just get rid of that sword and shield.
Panda, you missed probably the most trap-heavy first match and a very nice, generous Garuda seed on the second.
Generous? What is generous about this seed? I don't understand it.
Water Crystal, Aleem, Acid Rain 3, Acid Rain, Pillar 3, Fire, Binding, Holy. Talmud Fruit for the glitch as well, like...
Yeah, it's a little bit generous.
Yeah, a little bit generous for inventory. So...
Yeah, and the fact is that like you've got Garuda, so most probably you don't need most of this inventory. But it's still nice to have, because again, Garuda can teleport you from like tough situations, but you don't know where it will teleport you. And sometimes you may get teleported into elevator room with just monster around it. Garuda will not help you fight it, Garuda will help you escape it. So
ooh, that's a hit.
Oh yeah, you gotta be very careful. So you may want to take care of this monster using like Holy Scroll, Holy Bell, or Tamna Fruit. So yeah, it's still a good idea to have resources. And there you go, you get teleported next to the elevator. Do you recover some HP or do you just go up? No, you do recover some HP.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Oh, so Lady Deme is on floor 20. Floor 28 now for DamagedPlushie with the grid. Floor 29 now for DamagedPlushie.
Yeah, the elevator lag is nice, but for the one who is behind in the match, it's not a good thing because again they're both in the same tower. So the fact that Lady Deme will have this elevator lag doesn't mean much because exactly the same elevator lag will be on Plushie's side and she already did use it, right?
Yeah. Oh, we got an egg.
Floor 29, that's more or less useless egg.
I would still pick it up and just have it as a possible egg bomb and get rid of the copper sword.
Would you really take an egg over the copper sword? That's a weird choice. And again, Plushie picked it up. She probably doesn't know or doesn't remember. Her inventory is full, so she cannot do anything about it. The only thing that you can do right now is just toss that egg at that snowman. That
let's see what it is.
Decides to troll her a bit. It's a unicorn. That's good. That's death for the snowman.
She doesn't aggro the egg. How do you aggro an egg? Please give me an essay by the end of the evening, Revan.
At least 100 words.
100? That's a very, very short essay.
At least. You can put more. Oh.
Yeah.
What's gonna be there? That's a territory of Manoivas. You can still find them. I think 29th floor is the last one on these floors where you can find Manoivas.
Oh, I see. Angry Herb glitch. Yes, you're right.
Angry Herb.
Pick up the Garuda. Pick up the Garuda.
It's okay. Plushie survived. Floor 30.
30.
There you go. We've got your favorite music.
Mm-hmm.
I sure hope to hear music from floor 35 because that one is my favorite.
Yeah. Helical's right. Revan, math checks out. That was not 100 words. I want exactly 100.
It's even more probably.
I love that visual glitch of jumping down to the Garuda.
That's the reason why we are doing Safe Up Duck. Plushie got teleported right next to the killer.
Twice.
And that killer could have killed her if she teleported in quote-unquote unsafe way.
Yeah.
When she's doing this, she's guaranteed that this killer will not attack her. It's still a scary situation because I wouldn't want to be next to a monster that wears pants and has 2 axes for hands.
The pants is what scares you first, or the axes on
yeah,
that?
definitely. Okay. It's weird. No other monsters wear pants, so there must be something strange about it. Don't ever trust a monster in pants.
So I would not go anywhere close to that. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's nothing in that room.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Elevator. Oh, pick up Tyrant. Actually, I do like the idea that she picked up Tyrant rather than Garuda. That was a really nice thing.
Yeah, Queenie is also a watch in another life as well. So, and we do not have Sleepy Beldo.
Beldo hype.
Yeah. So we're learning the story, all like 8 lines of it. So enjoy.
Steve, Cuny has shoes. I don't want to say anything about spoilers for this game, but you know how it ends, so you shouldn't trust Killer either.
True. I'm just curious where all the clowns got those scythes from in the tower.
That's a question.
Because that's actually something they're holding, so...
Chat, give us your best answers for why clowns have scythes. Going back to the match, Plushie has quite the lead, 8 floors. There is 13 minutes left, plenty of time to actually finish the whole tower. Hopefully we'll see that, but for Lady Deme, she needs 17 floors in 13 minutes. That is definitely doable with Garuda, but let's see what Plushie can do. What Deme can do here.
Yeah, there's a weird graphic image in the Wheaties book. Look at my cute little monster book. A beheaded Newell with a clown holding its head with the scythe. Like, oh wow, what the heck?
That's very pleasing to eyes. PG-13.
Yeah. I think that should kill. Nope.
Nope. No, definitely
that takes a second one then.
Yeah. So that's an interesting choice to me, actually, that Plushie decided to kill that killer. I do understand the idea that, like, if you're teleporting, you don't know where you're gonna go, and when you're walking on foot, of course you are exploring more because you're usually going in a direction which is unexplored yet. But using 2 charges to kill the killer, oh, yet another teleport next to the killer. That's a scary prospect.
I love that visual glitch still.
Way too many killers. I'm sure Plushie wants to be out of this floor as soon as possible. In the meantime, Lady Deme reaches floor 24. She gives up on Malicious Scroll because she has full inventory of really great items. She doesn't need any more items. There you
There's
go.
the Acid Rain. That's the good use of that.
Definitely. Like we mentioned, Garuda gives you safety, but sometimes you do want to fight because that will make you
There you go.
like finish the floor faster.
Still have 1 Acid Rain ball. There's no reason to hold an empty one, but that Copper Sword Wood Shield definitely come up to floor 40.
Oh yeah.
That's very important. We saw where the elevator is in that one with the glacier, so... Garuda is useful, but you should also conserve its MP... figuratively saying. If you can get away with not using it, you should try. So, there you go. So, like, you don't need to use a Garuda to try to get in the room when you know where the room is already.
Beautiful. Floor 33 versus floor 25, still 8 floors lead, and there is that elevator lag. But again, as much as it's amazing for runners to have the elevator lag, you actually don't want to see an elevator lag when you're behind. Even though Lady Deme doesn't know that she's behind, but for her it's definitely not favorable to have such good elevator lag right now. Lady Deme decides to use the Olim on stealth. I guess she has full inventory, so why not? And search for the elevator on 25 continues.
Yeah.
And 1 more floor for Plushie to change the music to the best one.
I like 35. It's just not as scary as 30. Okay. Golems are just terrifying. If sleep or not, I don't like seeing them.
But they're wind. Wind sucks, right?
No, wind blows.
Okay, I agree with that. In the meantime, I don't know why chat is not saying nice, knowing what is the HP for Lady Deme.
Memes.
But yeah, Lady Deme gets to floor 26 as Plushie is getting to very tranquilizing floor 35. Now we are just calming down. Few more steps and we're gonna be there. We're gonna beat this horrendous tower. Although in this case it was actually quite a generous one.
Yeah. The third seed hopefully will be a mixture of both. Everyone will just get horrible, horrible, horrible monsters, but then good trap luck, I guess, or bad trap luck and Garuda. Because the thing is, and I don't want to curse anything, but I'll just preface this.
Oh, there you go. Save Garuda, right? And that's exactly what Lady Deme needed for.
Does that hurt Garuda? No.
No. Acid Rain will not. But there was probably a golem.
If that's the case.
Okay, she's good. But she's still not out of the... That's a Holy Bell situation.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I would have used Holy Bell so long time ago.
Yeah, so what I was literally about to say, you still have to walk 1 step when it comes to the safe Garuda strats. There's a possibility you can literally walk on a warp trap or a trap of some sort. I was literally about to say that, and DamagedPlushie brought the PowerPoint to the presentation, and yeah, perfect timing. That was pre-commentary curse.
Lady Deme caught up a bit thanks to that elevator lag that was there on floors 27 and 8, but still there is 6 floors lead. Plushie already sees the elevator. She still has inventory to deal with the dragon that's there, and she should probably be able to get to the elevator fairly safely. Yeah, there you go, unless there is a trap. No trap at all. We remember that floor 31 was actually quite tough for Plushie, so let's see whether Lady Deme can catch up there or whether it will be tough for her too.
Well, the thing is, at this point, there's like 7.5 minutes left in the match. Both of them have Garudas. We know... Like, it's not even worth it. Just feed it. Or just throw it. Like,
yeah.
The lean fruit and then take the egg, yeah.
At this point in time, I think the only thing that can save Deme is Plushie dying and hoping that Lady Deme can catch up in the time that she has left. Because floor 36 with a Garuda and 7 minutes left, that's more or less clear, more often than not. So yeah, let's see how it's gonna go. Because Plushie actually did win round number 1, if Plushie wins this one as well, that's a match.
Yep, and we'll see if there's a friendly third. There we go, we got the links, thank you.
Oh, thank you for fixing the link. Now there's correct link to Plushie's Twitch.
Yes, the RNG determines Garuda's teleport. So it's totally random where you would go, but sometimes it's always out of the dangerous situations.
Actually, it's like it's based on the RNG that changes every single turn. So if they were both to do exactly same turns, exactly same actions, the RNG would be exactly the same. But of course, probably there is no hope for such situation that they would be so precise up to every single movement.
Mm-hmm. Also, I just saw the update as well. Thank you for crediting the layout artists and the Azure.
Oh
command.
Yeah, definitely visit Leitha, or we call her Kat because her name is Kathy, I think. Very, very nice runner, very talented artist. She's responsible for preparing the whole layout, and I absolutely adore it. I do love that cute troll face showing up next to our names at the top.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, I don't want to spoil too much, but when Kat was preparing a layout, she just catched pita fruits, and they were so beautiful, like hand-drawn pita fruits. And we're saying, no, Kat, you need to keep them. But at some point, she just made like normal pita fruits. But if we have another tournament and Kat will help us with making the layout, these hand-drawn fruits are the things. They were just so cute.
Okay, use the Mahel seed. Yeah, there we go. Then pick up the Garuda and hope there's no trap.
Beautiful. I really like that solution.
Yeah, Plushie was eyeing that Holy Bell a little bit too hard there. Because if you spawn into a bad room, or you need to get out of a room, I always want to have a Holy Bell nearby.
Don't let your Garuda walk away.
Yeah, you're double speed.
Faster than Garuda. But yeah, 3 floors left.
Garudas are just so weird.
Another elevator. What will Plushie do? Is she deciding to use some resources or just go for it? Because both of the monsters are still sleeping, so there shouldn't be... Okay, not anymore. So you need to get rid of Max.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Malicious is a really nice solution to it. And yeah, now that it's next to the dragon, it will just continue attacking the dragon, not move anymore. Dragon woke up, but too late. We are on floor 38. 2 floors left, while Deme is on floor 30. And another elevator lag.
That is the correct movement. If you went beforehand and the glacier decided to shoot the glacier, it would move the maximum right up to you.
Oh yeah.
That is the correct movement to stay at a diagonal away from it.
I would have still picked up that scroll just in case, but I guess, you know, it's a decision. You have 1 floor left, you've got still beautiful inventory, so maybe it's not so much needed. But again, I prefer safety. Plushie probably prefers speed.
Ooh.
Oh, restore scroll. Is she gonna eat it? Yeah, there you go. That's a statement. Bell the floor on Deme's side. Let's see how it goes for her. It was quite tough for Plushie. Moment of tension. We're just thinking what she'll do. Floor 31 for Deme was very simple. She walked instead of using Garuda. She quickly found the elevator, and there you go, floor 32. But again, 2.5 minutes left. I think that's too little, even if Plushie was to go down on floor 39. So most probably it's gonna be match for Deme, but let's see. It's still exciting. I do want to see floor 40. Lady Deme is getting trolled by glaciers, and that actually, okay, she still can get 1 more hit from glacier, but she's got so much inventory that yeah, Olim fruit will.
Oh, careful! Do not give the Garuda the Olim fruit.
And there you go. Time for Plushie.
GG.
Yeah, but I think we will let Lady Deme finish because
Yes,
she's
I think
quite
so.
close. Yeah. Let me still inform them.
Yeah, the thing is, you gotta be really careful about the glaciers being. No, it's not the first clear of the tourney. No, we've had a couple, I believe, right?
Yeah, we had.
Yeah, the Garuda does help. It really, really speeds up the gameplay.
I think for now we can actually switch audio to Lady Deme's side so that we can hear that sweet tower music while Lady Deme finishes her climb. Plushie decided not to do anything on floor 40. Technically, there is a little bit to do here. You need to do the scripted boss fight, but our rules decide that like the end of the game is when you reach floor 40, so nothing really is needed here anymore.
As long as DamagedPlushie doesn't die, everything should be fine.
And you can die.
You turn yourself into a frog.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the really dumb thing as well. It's like the scripted, you're supposed to die, but if you turn yourself into a frog, the game straight kills you. Like, oh, okay.
Also, Chimera cleared as well.
Mm-hmm. Chimera had a Garuda actually as well.
Yeah.
That was one throw Roche fruit, I believe, from the Balronga, right?
Yeah. It was like first Barong roll, and then she got a Roche fruit that turned immediately into a Garuda, and she was able to finish. Plushie on her first kill, she was able to clear without a Garuda. That was actually quite nice run because she did it without a Cuny as well. It was solo run, pure any percent rules.
We see here that Lady Deme is deciding about what to do with that. There we go. That's the right choice. No, the frog is too heavy to lift. It is a very, very, very big frog.
I guess Lady Deme decided that she wants some experience. Now that she already used one charge, probably she's committed to finish off that dragon. Oh, you gotta do something. Right now, the time doesn't really matter that much because Lady Deme is already informed that Plushie did win the round.
Remember, mass doesn't change. And an Ant-Man, when that guy's carrying a tank around on his keychain.
Yeah.
Oh, that made me mad.
Septic has a very valid point. I didn't notice. I know that Plushie used like acid rain after acid rain, but we can see it on the Lady Deme's side. She has 5 charges of acid rain.
Yeah,
it's really hard to get more generous than that.
This would honestly be one of the seeds I'd probably like save from generated. So if new runners want to play, they can. Because it seems to be a very generous. Yeah, now you get rid of the angry.
Holly, you want to keep that Tamna?
I was.
Oh,
yeah.
No, okay. That can do nothing.
Went outside the wall there.
Yeah. Okay, binding as well. Yeah, binding is gonna do the trick as long as there is no trap there. And there was no trap. There you go. Floor 37. 3 more floors, and we're gonna have double clear.
Yeah, which is really nice.
Yeah, we can see that Lady Deme doesn't really want to engage with any of the monsters. As many resources as she has, they can grow thin very quickly if she starts fighting everything, and she really doesn't need to. That Garuda actually has like pretty low MP for Garuda. It's only 11 MP, but she should probably have enough to finish the tower. That would be actually quite interesting to see.
I've never
Garuda
seen a
lose
Garuda run
her.
empty.
Yeah.
She does have a water crystal though.
Oh yeah, that water crystal will
Like
will make
we're
quick
looking
work
for the
of it.
pita fruits or eggs or whatever, but like there's a water crystal there as well.
Quite scary floor. There is an elevator. It's time for Holy Bell. Yeah,
Mhm.
there you go.
No, that's exactly the right choice there.
Yeah, even if there is a trap there, she should be able to survive. There you go, floor 38. 2 more floors.
Again, same thing. You don't want to be in the line of the glacier, okay? Because otherwise it might shoot the glacier to push the maximum towards the wind creature that's behind you. And that will end well for the Garuda.
9 MP left. Last floor. I guess we will not need water crystal. Not a very nice room to teleport to. You have to be very careful about your movement right now because every single move that is wrong here can
Thank
end
you,
up
the Restore Scroll.
Yeah. Plus, you made a statement. Lady Deme decided, I prefer safety, and I agree with that.
Yeah, but we can't all be Poulet. Poulet is known for just yeeting every Restore Scroll. Like, actually, like, throwing it as well, not just... An Earth Shield?
Wear it! Wear it! Best shield ever! Yeah, I guess Poulet believes in fate. He says, like, if his CUNY died, it was just meant to be.
Poulet also had the MVP Dreamin', which was the most craziest thing in the tournaments I've seen.
I did calculate the probability of whatever he did happening. And he definitely should have played lottery on that day. Oh, there you go! Garuda!
We finally!
Yeah. No MP, there you go. And now Garuda is back in action. No problem at all. But without that, what will you do, Deme? Because now you have to do that. Yeah. Oh! Now you have to do. And that floor is full of monsters. Okay, luckily for them, she's teleported to the room that doesn't have any monsters. That looks like the layout for this floor is really annoying.
Yeah, it does look like it's like very small circles. So I think the monsters will be paying her a visit very shortly again.
It's not here, it has to be somewhere up.
It's down to the right.
Yeah, must be.
Well, it's no longer low MP. Hi. There we go. Also, funny thing is she technically picked up the ice shield as she used before she teleported. And GG to Lady Deme.
Deme. So we've got a double 40 clear. That's proper for such a hype match.
Yep, 8-minute difference. A lot of bad RNG for the Garuda at the end there, truthfully. But
yeah, that was some mean RNG there.
Oh, hey, welcome.
Hello, Lady Deme. Congratulations on the clear.
Thank you. Hard to feel too bad about losing on a clear. That first seed, though, was about 1/2 bad luck and 1/2 you really should have win Crystal, Deme. That's really what you should have done.
Well, the thing is, you actually win Crystal.
I want to wait with this discussion until Flash shows up here because this Seed 1 is something that we definitely have to talk about. But before Flashy shows up, I would like to ask you, Deme, about, or like tell you a little bit about this Seed 2. Because more or less you were going toe-to-toe with Flashy in the second seed. It's just that you decided to go a little bit safer and, you know, fight things. You changed your CUNY to water. You were not aware that you're going to find Garuda, right? So you spent some time on it. Flashy CUNY died, and you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Flashy.
Hello.
That was a generous second seed.
It was disgusting. I think it was trying to make up for how rude the first seed was.
First
Okay.
seed was pretty rude.
Okay, so just as my defense, we all blame Sand Knight and not me for how much traps you both got hit.
Yep. I went crystalled out after the very near septic special on that first seed.
I can tell you that Plushie died to the same trap, or Hercune died to the same trap. It's just that Plushie didn't take a wind crystal, and later on she died.
Well, here's what happened. Like, I got out of the situation, I got to the next room, and then there was a chaos trap, and I'm like, fun. Then there was a frog trap, and I'm like, even better. And I didn't know that if you're I just wiggled and hoped to get to the exit. And I got to it, but I was like, okay, I'll at the floor. Oh, frogs can't at the floor. Why cannot a frog at the floor?
Yep.
So...
Yeah, I was actually commenting on that is the second you moved back on it and expected most likely to use the elevator, it's like, no, it's unfortunately, you can use it as you jump on it, but not from your inventory because you don't have an inventory or commands as a frog.
It's a pretty odd situation to be a chaosed frog.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta be rough.
Lady Deme was a poison frog for a while.
True, I was a poisoned frog for a while.
A lot of frogs.
All I needed was some darts, and it would be like a complete set.
Yeah, there was
I managed to make it back up to like floor 14 on that first seed after losing that cuned paralysis trap, going, you know what, I'm done here.
Well, here's
And
something
here.
funny.
Then
died
I
about 5
just
times.
had a bad oof.
Yeah.
One of them was on purpose because I was like, oh, I re-entered the tower without Kyun.
Yep.
Palumpa, punch me.
I was like surprised that you didn't continue the climb. I was thinking, okay, that's a statement. I don't want that Kyun. It died once.
I was thinking about it and I was like, no.
But
I
yeah,
might need it.
go ahead.
He went down.
Number one was really beautiful in terms of like how many traps there was, and you shouldn't feel bad at all. Both of you have done amazingly well with this seed number one. I think Plushie has done 5 climbs. Lady Deme has done 4, and Lady Deme for a long time was actually in the lead with her getting to that floor 14. But in your last climb, I think Plushie, you got to floor 17, and that was
My last
Race of Ancients. I was actually pretty pleased by managing to, with the time remaining, actually make it higher than that 14.
I went back into the tower for another one. I'm like, there is no chance unless like elevator train just goes crazy. But I'm gonna throw my face at it.
We were actually wondering about that because we're wondering if you would just basically stay in bed or and you grabbed your stuff and went to the tower. Like, oh, okay, that's good. The one thing, first of all, Lady Deme, you have enough acid rain to kill a city.
I do, in fact. I can destroy as much of the ecosystem as I want.
She has 5 charges currently.
Oh, I used mine because I'm like, I need inventory space, and I have enough. Like, if I run into another white sand, I've got it.
Chai, do you want to take
kept
that one?
running into white sand and never really finding a... I mean, admittedly, there's a couple of places I could have, but I also had enough that I never needed to. So I got 2 acid rain balls, and one of them I just kept feeding white sands to until it was 5, maybe 6 charges even, honestly.
Oh, that's so funny. I didn't find that many charges. I was kind of proud. I got
at least 4 on the first one, and the second one had 1. So yeah, it was probably 5.
Yeah. So this is the thing me and Chai are wondering about. You're struggling for inventory space at times. You have a copper sword and a wood shield still in your inventory.
Did I?
No, not you.
No, that's Plushie.
I'm just gonna say I have a really weird way of like managing my inventory.
Yeah, we're like, oh, it's like you're gonna pick up the egg, whatever, on like floor 36, and like you just picked it up with you.
That egg did me no good.
It didn't.
It was a totally worthless unicorn egg, and then it decided that when I threw it at something, it was going to spawn a catty corner from it, like on the diagonal corner of a doorway. like an asshole or like a jerk. Sorry.
It's fine.
I think you told me in an interview that doorways are very rude.
Yes,
Yes,
they don't
are.
actually. You can't attack
This one
diagonally
wasn't
through them.
attacking something in a doorway. The monster was definitely in the room, and there were definitely open spaces that weren't diagonal through the door corner. But no!
Speaking of rude things, I know that Deme, you know that because you have learned that the first place, like when you were fighting with bow trolls. But Plushie, did you know that confused bow trolls still target you?
Nope.
Yeah, that was in game one of your deaths.
Yeah,
It is a painful lesson that you can now join me in having learned with your face.
I remember it happening before and going, how do you have accuracy? So that makes a lot of sense out of those situations.
Yeah.
Bow trolls are just awful like that.
But on the other hand, I didn't see that myself because I was focused at that time on Plushie's screen. But Sendai told me, Lady Deme, you died to Palumpa, right? No, sorry, to a troll.
Something like that, too. It
On
was
floor
just
one.
a situation where I really should have been thinking a bit more clearly, but was not. And so just didn't let my monster do the face thinking it should have been.
We were wondering about that because we were looking at Plushie's side. All of a sudden, turned back and you're back in the bed. We're like, oh no.
Yeah, no, I just had no inventory and therefore was not well equipped to deal with it and was not being super smart about it.
Well, that first seed, I wish I'd have picked up that wind crystal. I hate reentry. I know I'm slow at inputs, and I wish I'd have brought it because I really wish I had that fireball. And I would kiss a frog just to get a wood shield right now. There are no shields.
Yeah, there was so little in that. Once you got past the first couple of fairly generous with inventory towers, whereas from the third there was just, or fourth there was just nothing.
Mm.
In game one, actually, there was.
Found it funny.
In game one, I remember Plushie when you forgot CUNY and decided to kill yourself to get CUNY back. Actually, that sort of worked in your favor, maybe a bit, because you immediately found a Scarlet Wand on floor one in that third re-entry. So that was really nice. Yeah.
Yep.
And it wasn't cursed.
Yeah.
Exactly. The one thing I wanted to point out as well is there's actually a couple points of you being in sync with each other in odd things. First of all, you're both on the same screen saying, well done, you trained him, led him here, good done. You both stopped there. I don't know if that's willingly a choice or not. You also simultaneously hatching eggs on different floors at the same time. And numerous times you're facing opposite from each other, but using the flame sword ability in sync with each other. The entire
very
match.
cool. Synchronized Azure dreaming should be a sport.
In different scenarios, but it was actually really neat. I kept noticing that, and a lot of that was just like, oh, okay. And again, you end on the exact same screen, which is just the icing on the cake as far as I'm concerned. It's great.
Yeah.
We have a question from Troy saying, Deme, there were a few times when you were in the elevator room but decided to explore the floor with a good inventory. What was your thought process?
Well, I think that only happened once, and my thought process was head empty. Head empty, only Azure dreams. I go one room different and go, what did I do that for?
That's fair. That's fair.
What is my thought process here?
But there is one situation here. It was on floor 39 that both of you actually did find the restore scroll, and you, Lady Deme, picked it up, while Plushie picked it up.
It was like 38 or 37, something like that.
No, it was 39.
It was like 39, I think. It was 39. And Plushie decided, no, I'm not picking it up.
I figured, number one, I no longer had the pressure of time. And number two, whatever.
And for you, Plushie?
Anything I can turn into a fun... Also, just to do so, I suppose. Because that is what my brain tells me to do.
So yeah, what was your thought process, Plushie? Why didn't you pick it up? It was just too late, or what was it?
go faster. If I lose it, I shame on my house, and I have enough inventory to kill a bull moose. I haven't used my binding scroll, and that's one of my favorite things, binding and blinding.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Those
got
are really good.
ice shield. There was so much acid rain. I just used them just to use them.
I actually
Like,
remember.
holy bells.
Go ahead.
just holy bells. Just
Holy
a whole bunch of
bells,
stuff.
everything. This was. I'm gonna give the runners everything they could want.
It was Christmas. It was Christmas in Azure Dreams. The
Honestly,
first one
yeah.
was not. That was the Grinch.
But there
Yeah.
was one situation, Plushie, where that Christmas could have ended a little bit early for you. I
It
think
was.
or 37, where you hit a blind trap, right?
Yes. I love that one.
That was very scary.
And you didn't instinctively use the holy bell. Instead, you used 2
No, I
acid rain
didn't.
charges.
I used acid rain.
I remember at some point when you hit a blind trap, actually Revan commented.
On
So
that
you
square, on that floor, there's a lot of things that could snipe you into the room.
yeah.
Admittedly, the acid rainbow may or may not be helpful in that context, but I can see why that might be the thing.
Well, I had an acid rain ball with 2 charges, so I figured, okay, this will bop whatever's in here.
And then you
I
got smacked after the
And
first
more
one.
inventory. Yeah, I
Luckily,
didn't know
that
there
was
was
not a
something
big
that close.
But yeah, Revan, your trainer, actually gave you some praise when I think you were hit a little bit earlier also by the blind trap, not the 37 one. And you picked up Garuda, and Revan said, "Oh, I really like that play that you picked up Garuda. The Garuda is, more important than your own life."
Yeah, I picked up Garuda in a lot of situations just to
The
be very safe.
Was your own life, frankly.
Yeah. Well,
Exactly.
if Plushie would have picked up the actual restore scroll, then it could have been different.
True.
I was like,
And that was kind of my thinking there. To some extent, like, yeah, that will give me another resource, this Garuda's soul.
A lesser known mechanic that you can do is you can use the abduct on an enemy. Just saying. And then if it dies, it's just restore scroll.
That would have been a good one. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
That was a really heavily monster populated room, and they were all in packs. So
yes,
Garuda's efforts might have been in vain.
Well, no, I wasn't talking about that room in particular. I'm just talking in general. Like
in general.
Oh yeah,
one could do some silliness.
Yeah, technically, if you're in an elevator room, there's only one monster with you. You can get rid of that monster, much to Garuda's dismay.
I think I saw Septic do that in a Palumpa run, and I just laughed my butt off. He's like, I don't need you anymore. Goodbye.
Yeah, sounds about right. I think that's it. Unless there's any other questions or
Any last remarks from Plushie and Deme?
GG, that was a very fun set of matches.
That was very fun, very silly, and I'm kind of excited. I'm like, I think we showed off the absolute worst and absolute best of the game.
pretty much. Yeah,
That was a blast.
you both did wonderfully, and thank you, Chai, for commentating with me.
Thank you, Shani, for joining me.
Yeah.
I would like to mention still one thing, that with Plushie winning, he is the only one in the tournament left that is undefeated. And she's now at the top. But the tournament is not finished. We still have 3 rounds in the group part of the tournament. So anything can happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Septic specials 3 times in a row. Let's go.
We were discussing before how the community has no problem throwing shade towards each other, and that just kind of just cements in.
Absolutely.
But
we keep a catalog of each other's most interesting deaths.
yeah, there's a lot of them, to be fair, as well.
I remember one time sliding on a particularly long glacier slide and going, I wonder if this is 50-something or not yet.
Oh man, in practice, I got pushed by a glacier through the room, and I had septic specialed. I had stepped on a paralysis trap. It shot me through 2 rooms onto the elevator beside a sleeping dragon.
Oh, that is the most terrifying thing I can think of. My
And
blood
woke up,
curdles.
killed my monster, and took one hit on me, and I'm like, go up, go up, go up. Ah, anxiety.
Azure's
Yeah.
Dreams is a procedurally generated horror game creator. I don't know if you know that.
It is now.
Tags. Horror tags.
But normal thank yous. Thank you, for programmer, for making the de-randomizing randomizer so we could do this kind of silly thing. Speed Gaming, our runners, of course, Deme and Plushie, commentator
Thank
Chai.
you.
I have to get that name again. Is it Letha?
Late.
For the layout, because they're part of now this, and we're going to be thanking them for that as well. And of course, Speed Gaming, just for having us here and having us be silly and entertaining everyone, and the cute chat, except that one person. You know who that is. You guys discuss which one you think it is. But other than that, I think we're good to go.
Thank y'all
Alrighty.
for commentating. Thank you
See
very
you
much,
later.
Deme. Looking forward to more matches.
Yeah.
Thank you. See you later, people.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.